Good evening. Thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, and the headlines. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike calls for dialogue amid protest across Nigeria. Rivers residents defy rains and security warning to protest against bad governance in Nigeria. Rivers APP describes legal action by APC against conduct of local government elections as temporal setback. On the foreign scene, US and Russia officially agree to prisoner swap. I am Lucky Maxwell. The police in parts of the country earlier today fired tear gas to disperse end bad governance protesters. In Abuja, protesters in their numbers shunned an order by the Federal Capital Territory which restricted the protest to the MKO Stadium in the city. Justice Silvanus Origi gave the order yesterday while delivering a ruling in an expertise application brought before him by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Nyesom Wike. The protesters, however, marched to the Eagles Choir, which they initially planned to use to make their voices heard. In Lagos, the demonstrators still held street processions in the nation's commercial capital. A Lagos High Court had also yesterday granted an expertise application filed by the State Attorney General, Lawal Pedro, seeking to restrict the nationwide protests in Lagos to the Gani Fawehimi Freedom Park in Ojota and the Peace Park in Ketu. Justice Emmanuel Ogundare granted the order of preemptive remedy by way of an interim injunction to restrict the defendants from converging and carrying out the proposed protests except in the two approved locations from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Other states where police fired tear gas to disperse protesters include Gombe, Bauchi, Kaduna, Borno, Jos, among others. Meanwhile, reports said hoodlums looted the newly built Nigeria Communication Commission Industrial Park in Kano State amid the End Bad Governance in Nigerian protests. It said the vandals targeted the Kano Information and Communication Technology Center days before its scheduled launch, setting it on fire and making off with valuable equipment. Nationwide protests have erupted across Nigeria as citizens vent their frustration over the country's prevailing economic hardship. While many demonstrations have remained peaceful, pockets of violence have been reported in various regions. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has called on those protesting against the President Bola Tinubu-led government to come for that.
Change must come. The issue of bad governance is not a new thing to us. We've been angry, and we said today we are going to come out to demand that there should be an end to bad governance. So we came here to pass our message to the governor. So he should pass our message down to the president, telling him that we are tired of the suffering in Nigeria. Petrol pump price should be reduced to 200 naira, and we should as well cut cost of governance.
Earlier in Port Harcourt, the protest recorded poor FM Priye Izogu, who monitored activities in those areas. Few stations within the axis were also closed down. Also, Today FM's Olawale Sanusi observed a heightened police presence in the area, with officers patrolling the vicinity to maintain order. The Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has commended protesters in the state for being peaceful despite economic hardship which prompted the agitation. Fubara stated this while addressing the protesters who marched to the government house in Port Harcourt to register their grievances. He reassured the aggrieved citizens of his unwavering commitment to improving the state economy and the overall welfare of the people. He said the peaceful nature of the protest demonstrates their genuine desire for positive change and underscores the importance of addressing their concerns promptly. Governor Fubara, however, cautioned the protesters to be vigilant against elements who might attempt to hijack the explained that it is for this reason that the Economic and Investment Summit was organized in the state to congregate, share experiences, brainstorm, dissect ideas, and provide a roadmap that will put the state back on the lane for accelerated industrialization. The governor gave the explanation when he received the report on the Rivers State Economic and Investment Summit 2024 from the Central Organizing Committee at the Government House in Port Harcourt. The governor, who noted how the economic summit served as a gateway through which the world saw the investment potentials of the state, assured that his government will leverage on the opportunity created to attract investment into the state to make life better for the people. Governor Fubara, in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Nelson Chukwudi, regretted that some elements who do not want the state to make meaningful economic progress worked behind the scene against the success of the summit. He noted the 15-point recommendations of the report submitted to him and assured that his administration will take steps to establish an investment promotion agency that will serve as a one-stop shop for all business-related engagements. Governor Fubara further called for the support for everyone in investing in energy, in productive ventures that will strengthen the economy of the state and grow it into becoming the envy of other states. The Action People's Party, APP, in Rivers State has insisted that the legal action by the All Progressives Congress, APC, against the conduct of local government elections is a temporal setback that will not stand the test of time. In an interview with Today FM's Uchenda Jowo, the state party chairman, Kenneth Atata, who described the action of the APC as an act of wickedness to Rivers people, insisted that the APC and PDP shut themselves out of the system. Atata explained how the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission invited 19 registered political parties for a stakeholders meeting, after which interested parties in the local government elections were directed to pick expression of interest form. Atata, while revealing that APC and PDP decided not to comply with the directive of RISEC till the expiration of the deadline, but instead ran to court to stop the process, warned that the two parties cannot be allowed to drag the state backward.
We are all waiting the outcome of the case in court. And I think it's very, very bad. It's wicked on the part of the state and political parties that a party, out of 19 parties, one party is a minority, that the minority party will go to a court stopping the presidential election. After knowing the implication of what that means, that based on the Supreme Court judgment about the government autonomy, we have a 90 days window, and we are in the process of doing that in Rivers State. And one particular party, a minority party, APC, will go to court to stop the process. What is their intention? They want to take us backwards. But we have resolved, all of us, all the 17 parties, apart from APC and PDP, that we are prepared to participate in the election and ready for that. We are 100% in support of the election in Rivers State.
It would interest you to know that members of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, in Rivers State have threatened legal actions against the APC for their move to suspend local government election, insisting there is no going back on the exercise. A human rights organization under the aegis of the People's Advocate in Rivers State has called on the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, to invite Asari Dokubo over a statement he made during a political event. The coordinator of the organization, Nserimovu Courage, in an interview with Today FM Sandra Kenneth, charged the police to prove to Nigerians, especially Rivers people, that it is sincere in its fight against violence. Courage insisted that the statement by Dokubo is capable of causing chaos and should not be swept under the carpet.
I have observed that there is an unholy alliance with the federal government of Nigeria with some stakeholders. If you recall, this commissioner of police in Rivers State was eager to arrest somebody, I can't even remember his name, for allegedly making an inciting statement. Now, in public glare, Dokubo has made very, very inciting statement threatening to deal with those who come out to protest in a democracy. And he was doing it in a government function as an agent of government. This is really an act of impunity. It's an inciting statement, and the CP should invite him and warn him that people have a right to peacefully protest.
You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. Nigerians have been called to join appropriate agencies in the fight against human trafficking as security operatives live up to expectation in curbing the trend of the illegal activity. Media Relations Consultants Chief Fidel Onyeneke made the appeal in Owerri, Imo State, while reacting to the incessant cases of human trafficking which had brought agony to some homes in the country. Onyeneke observed with dismay that certain persons had engaged in the illicit trade under the guise of economic hardship in the country, stressing that it is ungodly for some cabals to lure unsuspecting citizens to foreign countries where they are subjected to slavery, prostitution, organ harvesting, hard labor, and other frustrating situations. The former special advisor to the Imo State Governor on orientation called for intensified intelligence gathering by security operatives and the provision of adequate information by the masses as a deliberate effort to apprehend the perpetrators of such evil acts. Onyeneke urged various groups and organizations, including the media, religious organizations, and non-governmental organizations, to embark on advocacy and public sensitization programs in order to educate the people on the dangers in trafficking. Chief Onyeneke, who further advised the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, to expose the numerous strategies used by traffickers to deceive their victims, cautioned parents and the other rural dwellers to raise alarm whenever strangers approach them with attractive offers in order to take their children away for greener pastures. The family of George Ndokani in Rumaholu community in Obiakpo local government area of River State has been asked to steer clear from a piece of land measuring 22 plots called Ohiaeli Welibo, running through Akwaka Ovu stream to Minimba stream. Prince Nda Woko, in a statement he personally signed credited to Ndoakani family, said the piece of land belongs to his late father, Emmanuel Woko. Nda Woko said his position followed a judgment of the River State High Court which was given in favor of his father against the defendants, Ndoakani family. Prince Nda Woko cautioned the Ndoakani family to stop its false accusations against the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 5, and the Divisional Police Officer, One, insisting the police do not have a hand in the development of the land. A court restrained the Ndoakani family from further acts of trespass on the land belonging to nominal claimants, servants, agents, hirelings, or whosoever from further acts of trespass to the said Eliwelibo, just as Prince Nda Woko called on members of the public not to have any dealing concerning the land with the Ndoakani family, describing them as land grabbers. Court sitting in Port Harcourt has dismissed an appeal filed by the Department of State Security against the judgment of a River State High Court in favor of Richard Abbey, who is a surveillance contractor. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt presided over had in a judgment in June 2022 ordered the Department of State Security to pay the sum of 20 million naira as damage to Richard Abbey over his unlawful arrest and detention by the security agency. A three-man panel of appeal judges led by Justice Senchi in a judgment in an appeal by the DSS dismissed the appeal for lacking in merit. Justice Senchi in a judgment which was delivered virtually further affirmed the judgment of the State High Court, which directed the Department of State Services to pay the sum of 20 million naira to the respondent for bringing his fundamental right. Speaking to newsmen outside the courtroom, counsel to the respondent, Ajayi Olusegun, expressed satisfaction with the appeal court judgment, which he said affirmed the judgment of the State High Court.
Sometime in 2022, the DSS invaded the residence of our client. He was arrested and taken away into the custody of the DSS for 24 days after a protracted case in courts to enforce his fundamental human right. The High Court of Rivers State gave judgment in his favor. Following that judgment, the DSS appealed to the Court of Appeal, who filed a respondent's brief, and today judgment has just been delivered, whereupon the appeal in a unanimous decision of the panel, the appeal filed by the DSS was dismissed. All the issues raised and canvassed by the appellants were equally dismissed in favor of the respondents.
On the foreign scene, reports say a prisoner swap is underway between the United States, Russia, and other nations. The report said the swap will free Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan from Russian prisons. Whelan was arrested in 2018 and Gershkovich in 2023, both charged with espionage. Meanwhile, the Joe Biden-led administration is said to have agreed to the prisoner exchange. The prisoner swap follows months of quiet negotiations. It is, however, unknown which prisoners are to be exchanged for Whelan, Gershkovich, and Kumasheva. To end the news as a summary of the major stories. We told you that the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has called for dialogue amid protest against bad governance in the country. Rivers residents have defied the rains and warnings by security agencies to protest against the hardship in Nigeria. We also told you that the APP in Rivers State has described the legal action by the APC against the conduct of local government elections as a temporal setback. On the foreign scene, you heard that the US and Russia have officially agreed to a prisoner swap. Stella Sasongu, editor of the news. 389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Very good evening to each and every one of you out there. Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening to all sports fans around the city, around the nation, and around the globe. It is the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. The show is Soccer Nation. And my name is Osas Ihim. You can call me the demigod in the world of sports, because I will be the man behind the console to drive you through this ever amazing and exciting world of football. And as usual, I'll say to you at this point, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the ride together. All right, let's get started, and we get started from the home front, and it is the Nigerian Premier Football League, where multi-award-winning technical advisor of the reigning MPFL champions Enugu Rangers, Fidelis Chukwu, has sounded it out loud to the club's teaming supporters that he and his lieutenants would be using the multi-million naira 042 Coal City International Cup to kickstart his rebuilding process in the team. Now, the pre-season tournament would have teams from Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Benin Republic, Brazil, and top teams from the MPFL do a soccer battle for the ultimate prize of 50 million naira, with each participant earning an appearance fee of 5 million naira in every match played. The grand opening ceremony took place yesterday at the Villa Toscana Hotel in Enugu, while the opening game will come up today, or is already on today, at the main bowl of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, with Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan trading tackles with Sierra Leone FC Kalon at 4 p.m., while Rangers will take on Eyimba in an Oriental derby in the second match of the day. Now, Coach Ilechukwu said ahead of the preseason tournament, and I quote, "It is a good thing to have such quality team in a preseason tournament, and it will be to a very large extent helping us monitor the players that we have registered for both the continental and domestic challenge." Now, from the MPFL, we go over to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where we talk players of the Super Eagles, and we start with Samuel Chukwueze, where Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze scored for AC Milan to help them claim a hard-fought 1-0 win against Spanish La Liga champions Real Madrid. Now, Chukwueze started the preseason on a good note on Wednesday, helping AC Milan with 2 assists in their 3-2 win over Manchester City. The Super Eagles star looked quite sharp and lively in that game, and Coach Paulo Fonseca gave him a starting shirt against Real Madrid when they met in a friendly game at the Soldier Field Stadium on Thursday. Before the game, Chukwueze had a good record against Real Madrid with 3 goals and 2 assists from 9 games. Recall that the Nigerian winger was at the La Liga club Villarreal for 6 years before joining the Rossoneri last year. AC Milan dominated the early proceedings against Real Madrid. Los Blancos were without some of their big stars, so some of the second team players got opportunities to start. The first half ended goalless, but the second half witnessed more action, and coming from AC Milan, who eventually broke the deadlock in the 55th minute after a nice walk move. From Samuel Chukwueze, we talk Kelechi Iheanacho as La Liga giant Sevilla FC have officially confirmed the signing of Nigerian international and former Leicester City forward Kelechi Iheanacho. Now, the contract of the 2013 FIFA Under-17 Golden Boy with the East Midlands expired in June, which ended his 7-year stint at the King Power Stadium. Meanwhile, the 7-time Europa League champion Sevilla emerged the front-runners to secure the signature of the creative forward with interest from top clubs in Europe for his signature. The Super Eagles star has now penned a 2-year contract with the Spanish club, bringing his free agency to an end and marking a significant addition to the Sevilla's attacking lineup. Now let's talk transfers, and we start with Manchester United, where Manchester United have made a breakthrough in their bid to sign Manuel Ugarte, with Paris Saint-Germain prepared to accept the loan fee for the midfielder. Erik ten Hag is eager to strengthen his options in midfield this summer, with the Uruguayan international emerging as a leading target. Ugarte joined PSG from Sporting Lisbon last summer, having rejected a move to Chelsea, but with João Neves poised to join the French champions from Benfica, he has slipped further down the pecking order in Paris. Ugarte is keen on a move to Old Trafford, but United hit an impasse in talks last month, with PSG reportedly demanding a fee of close to £60 million. Still with Manchester United have reportedly received a £20 million offer from Fulham for midfielder Scott McTominay. The 27-year-old is attracting plenty of interest from across the European scene after an impressive season with the Red Devils during the 2023-2024 term. McTominay hit double figures in goals for the first time in a single season during his professional career to date, netting some important strikes in the Premier League. The midfielder has spent the majority of the summer on international duty with Scotland at the Euros 2024 in Germany, where the Tatans army were gunning for continental success. From Manchester United, we go to AC Milan, where AC Milan have reached an agreement over a fee with Tottenham Hotspur for Emerson Royal as the club pushes to iron out the details of the deal. Royal has been patiently waiting for the two clubs to agree on a deal that would see him move to AC Milan. Tottenham's initial asking price was 25 million euros, but AC Milan's first choice for the defender was less than that figure. Negotiations over the last week or so have brought the two clubs closer in terms of the valuation of the Brazilian defender. According to Italian broadcaster Sports Media Set, a broad agreement is now in place between the two clubs for the transfer. AC Milan have agreed to shell out a fixed fee of 15 million euros with another 3 million euros in add-ons based on his performance. Tottenham have agreed to the compromise, giving the players a willingness to join the Serie A giants. From AC Milan, we'll return back to England, where West Ham United are closing in on the signature of Leeds United attacking sensation Crescencio Somerville ahead of the 2024-2025 season. According to Fabrizio Romano, Leeds United star Crescencio Somerville is all set to join West Ham United as both clubs have reached an agreement in place. The Hammers have agreed to pay in excess of £25 million as a whole to bring the Dutch attacker to the club. Somerville made a name for himself coming up the ranks at Feyenoord even before he was promoted to the first team. Leeds managed to secure his service in the summer of 2020. After a year with their under-21, he was promoted to the first team and has not looked back since then. Still with West Ham, the want-away Aston Villa striker could still move to a Premier League rival, but he will have to wait and see how things unfold. West Ham will consider John Duran as a backup option if they are priced out of a move for Borussia Dortmund striker Niklas Füllkrug. According to Florian Pittenberg, a journalist of Sky Sports in Germany, the Hammers have made an offer of 25 million euros to Borussia Dortmund for the German striker. Dortmund haven't rejected the offer but are looking at 30 million euros in all, which West Ham are apparently unwilling to pay. We go over to Arsenal, where Arsenal are close to reaching a verbal agreement for Real Sociedad for Mikel Merino, with personal terms already agreed in the background. According to an update by reputable Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are inching closer to signing Mikel Merino, with the midfielder's personal term already in place. The Gunners and Real Sociedad could soon have a verbal agreement in place with a fee in excess of 30 million euros mooted. Now to Barcelona we go, where according to a report from the transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, FC Barcelona have made a very strong offer for RB Leipzig star Dani Olmo. That could mean that one more option is off the table for Bayern Munich during this summer transfer window. For Bayern Munich, this means all of its attention will now be focused on René's attacker Desire Doué, who is a big talent but does not have a long track record of success at the highest levels. Now, playing time for a young player might be hard to find in the Bavaria this season, but that might not stop the Bayern Munich front office, which seemed determined to flip the roster in a big way. All right, we'll go over to Newcastle, where Newcastle are reportedly in advanced talk over a move for Osula, which with a fee of around £15 million, including add-ons, being discussed by the club. The Gazette understands, as reported by Sky Sports, that fee would be split into an initial £10 million with £5 million in add-ons. Osula is Denmark under-21 international and made his Premier League debut for Sheffield United last season, playing 21 top-flight games for the Blades as they were relegated from the Premier League. The 20-year-old failed to score in any of those games, however, as he played in a variety of roles, including on the wing and up front. Now, finally, let's look at Birmingham City, where Birmingham City have reportedly made an offer to take Fulham midfielder Luke Harris on loan. Blues are scouring the market for midfielders and plan to sign at least one more to bolster Chris Davis's ranks. And Sky Sport claims Blues are trying to sign 19-year-old Welshman Harris. Harris spent the second half of last season on loan at Exeter City, making 21 appearances in League One and scoring 4 times for the Grecians. Harris featured once for Fulham in the Premier League last term as a 16-minute substitute in a 5-1 defeat to Manchester City. All right, so that's the much we can take on the show this evening. Remember, it is still the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio, and it is Soccer Nation. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same dial, to bring to you amazing stories coming from the world of football. Until then, my name still remains Osasi Hiwi, and I'm saying stay lifted and stay blessed. Don't touch it. Leave it on Today 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM. Talk it, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
See, ma tell you, that man na ritualist. Did you ever see as that man dressed like normal human being before? Every time na black, blue. That man na ritualist.
Just leave them. Now so those people will come from that place. Now so them behave.
You see this our neighbor. You see that fair guy where they always they carry laptop up and down. If you observe, you know they go work in the morning, but every time you go they change car. But I don't they observe and see.
I don't they there.
Now for you.
But me I know say, people where they come from that area. Now so all of them they behave. No get with anybody if you tell me. Nine down.
What is it with all the hate and the way we talk? Hate speech does no one any good. It only makes a bad situation worse. The aim is to stir more hate and anger rather than bring us together. All they want is to set you against your neighbor or even your brother. Will you let them? Hate speech is not just criminal, it is intended to destroy you. Shun hate speech. No one truly benefits. A message from Today95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Is your name Carolina or your name is Choma Chetru Ngozi? All right, tell me your name as a lady if you're listening to this program. What's your name? It's the What's on Your Mind segment where we just take a look at light things, something light, nothing hard. All right. So we can just enjoy ourselves, just like Senate President said, people should go and protest. They will be eating. We too will be enjoying ourselves here, including the protesters. All right? Don't kill yourself for Nigeria. Do the best you can. God will set things right. When the time is right, God will, of course, do what he wants to do. Nobody can stop God from doing what he wants to do. But God uses human beings, and he will decide to do whatever he wants to do with Nigeria to ensure that things go well, irrespective of who is in charge, irrespective of anybody. When God wants to do his thing, he does his thing. He doesn't respect any human being. At least for the sake of those who want a better Nigeria, for the sake of our unborn children, for the sake of the children who have been born, who are seeing what is going on, for the sake of those children, those ones who were tear gassed at health center. God will do what he wants to do. All right. Now, let me ask you, I saw an inscription. Like I said, we're just doing something light, nothing, political or hard, but I want to just link it. At the protest ground, I saw a particular inscription, a lady writing something. She wrote something on her placard that it's because of bad governance she has not seen husband. That's what she wrote on her own placard. So I wanted to ask you, as a lady, do you think the reason why probably you've gotten proposal or you're not married is because of the economy? Or do you think it's because of your bad attitude? Because someone said, no, that's not true. It's because of bad attitude. So I don't know. But I don't want you to go into too many politics too, okay? Like I said, let's just do something light. Do you think the reason why some guys are not married is because get as it be, the pocket's not too gel like that? Or you think it's because the ladies have bad attitude? Or you think it's because the guys are scared of marriage? But do you agree with that lady? That it's because of bad governance she has not seen husband? Yes, good evening. Hello, good evening. Yes, welcome. Can you speak up so we can hear you very clear?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Okay, please. I'm Tina. I won a voucher at the Waiting They Happen show. Please, can I get the SMS number so I can send my number to Mr. and the other man?
Okay, just listen. I'll call out the SMS number.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, let me call the number, the SMS number, 0701 9339 962. Yes. Good evening.
Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, go ahead, sir.
The two factors are involved. The lady's bad character and the guy is not having enough cash. One thing that truly exposes the true nature of a woman is when her husband does not have money or her boyfriend does not have money. The reason many girls are going into a relationship not because they love the guy, it's because they saw the guy as a guy that will be meeting up their financial needs. That is the reason most ladies goes into relationship. And when the guy don't have money to give to them, what do you think will happen? You broke up. See, the only reason a relationship is toxic, not because of say the man they abuse them more, and because of say upon the abuse, nothing come out. If they abuse, something come out. That relationship is not toxic. The truth is this: many men cannot marry now. They can't even afford a girlfriend now. They can't go into a relationship for now because the economy does not give them the privilege to sustain that relationship. I don't know when last you went to most of these pubs, these hangouts, those bars. My brother, the population that used to be there is no longer there.
The place is empty. Empty. No more. Oh boy, I'm going to go take one bottle again.
Even you, a man, they say me go collect one bottle before you go noon now. Somebody can say, bro, the throat to dry you. Now before you go noon, I go say, yeah, collect one. You go, your intention is just one bottle. Make you go rest for house. Before you go know, you don't buy close to 6, 7, 8, almost to a crate. Make them drink. Make it busy, make your body day in peace. What do you think say happen there? Guys no get, no money. The situation is tight. So So I think the lady is right. She has said her own grievance. If others can tell you too, what about those who are in a relationship already? That the guy cannot give them 5,000 for almost 2 months now. My brother, the lady is right.
Thank you. All right, ladies, call in. Is it because of the economy he has not proposed? Or you think he's scared? He just wants chop, clean mouth? Is that the case? Please, the ladies should call in and tell me what the problem is. Do you think it is affecting, those of you who should have been in your husband's house? The guy is just doing one tuke job. In fact, probably he's amongst the Ken Poly people or the Ignatius Ajuru people. Immediately he got that job, he proposed. Immediately they dropped them. He said, baby, get us a bill. Yes, good evening.
Maxwell.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Maxwell, good evening to you. My name is Messi.
Yeah, so have you proposed?
My brother proposed several times, so I proposed to the nature of our country now. The nature of this our current country that we are into now. Allow me to go and do the right thing now. Even if a cup of garri can cost up to 2 cups is 500, how much I will eat and remain to go and marry a woman for now? So that is what is keeping me back. That's what is holding me back for now.
All right, no problem.
I'm still looking at when things will be. Master,
thank you.
Can I beg you for a little thing? Please, I know that I have not begged you for anything before. Like, your man is done. You don't know me, I don't know you. I'm done. I need your assistance. Even though it's a token self, and give to me so that I can use it to pass my life with you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh, wow. Good evening. All right, the ladies should call in and tell me, do you think the reason why he hasn't proposed, or he has proposed, he has not come to even do small thing for your head, does he have anything to do with the way the economy is? Yes, good evening. All right, let's take this one. Good evening, Max. It's because of money, it affected me too. I don't want to be in a serious relationship. If I want to, you say if you want to, you understand now. The other, if you want to do kube, I'll call any nearby babe, but I have a serious date, I will not, because the cost is too much. Plenty of hair, buying of clothes and attachment. The thing is too much. Sylvester. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Master.
Yes, go ahead.
So in fact, what we are saying or asking us as Nigerians is because things are hard? If somebody did not even tell you, you should have known it. Things are hard. Things are difficult. See,
no, have you proposed? Have you proposed? I don't want us to be too, political about this issue.
I'm not political. Even the person that I know that I propose is regretting. To talk of someone that will come and propose now is not easy. The one that I even married and with the house, he told me vividly that having it is now nothing will make him to marry. Talk to people to go and propose now. So the answer is straight. It's difficult to propose now. That is just the truth because of the situation on ground.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You say it's difficult to propose. Where are the ladies now? Have they not proposed to you? Or you are just comfortable with the choppings? Have they proposed? Have they not proposed to you? Why do you think he hasn't proposed? Or why do you think he has proposed and he hasn't come to do small thing for your head? Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
The lady is right in one the other way, but the majority aspect of what she says, the guests of today, a lot of them, if you don't have money, they don't have the time. Even if you have money, after that period, the money was flowing, and the money is no longer flowing again. That girl that used to call you sweetheart and all the rest will stop calling you. And at the same time, too, the nation, the situation of this country is terrible.
All right, thank you. You've answered the question. I wouldn't want it to go into too much political, whatever. Let's just keep it simple and very light. 0810-9510-951. Okay, let me call out the message number again. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Matthew.
Welcome, go ahead.
I'm calling from Yenegua.
Yes, please. Have you proposed?
There's something I want to tell you, because this issue of proposing now, I have somebody, but the minute time I tell her about this marriage something, she don't want to respond. I don't know why, but the way it is, I don't know. I don't know whether I would say she loves me, because I've not given her money, but she's the one that has given me money. So I don't know. I'm just confused.
She's the one who has been giving you money.
No, once or twice. We just get close, not too long, not up to 2 years. So once or twice she has given me something, but I told her my reason of not giving her money, so she did not say anything. But the 2 times I have requested from her, she has given me. But I don't know. I cannot tell her that I cannot come up with marriage for now, because of the economic situation. But before this time, I have asked her about issue in marriage. She don't want to say anything yet. But
are you working?
She loves me. Yes, I'm working. I'm a teacher in a private school.
Yeah, you know whether not because of the teacher work, she not hungry.
Okay.
I'm just joking. Not even in government school, private school.
Private.
I'm just joking. You know, the average woman wants a secured future. So when you tell her you're teaching a private school, you might even see you as somebody who needs help. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome, go ahead.
My name is Karabul. I am from Houston. I'm here in Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Seriously, I am not married, but seriously, I have a girl that I love, and seriously, when I asked her, how far will I send my parents, she said, seriously, based on the economy of Nigeria, and I don't think you can afford that. She demanded the pant of 18,000. So this 18,000 can feed somebody for at least 5 or 6 days. So that is why some of the girls are not married.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey. Kingsley says, I think why some ladies are not married is not only because of the economy of Nigeria. Some of them don't even know what they want, coupled with bad character. All right. Thank you, Kingsley. You think so? All right, if you think so. But I don't know why the ladies are running away. They are not calling in. Yesterday I had 3 or 4 ladies calling. But today, what's going on now? Ladies don't want to call. Why is it that? Why do you feel the guy hasn't proposed? Do you think it's because he get a CB, economy-wise? Or you think he's just an unserious person? Do you think that's the reason why he hasn't proposed? Or he hasn't come to see? Or he has proposed, but he has been pushing it forward and forward? I'll come and see your parents. It's like all these promises we've been getting for the working of the refinery. I'll come and see your parents in December. Later we'll head January. I'll come and see your parents in March. Don't worry, unfailingly. By July ending. Before July, they say, see, because of protest, let's shift it to September. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, I'm Patrick.
Yes, please.
What are the pressing topics you came up with? For me, 80% I will agree. You say a man must first stand first and leave somebody else. Don't be lying down. That's tough, man. That's why I always say, tough ladies trying to fast or pray for husbands. Let them pray for Nigeria economy. Anybody will tell you that. Bring good people that will better drive this economy. Our fathers, some of them were not able to 25, 20 when they got married. Those days, at the time my father, how many children you already give birth to? Because some were relatively, not as if they had money too much, but food was not a problem. Housing was not a problem, but they could stay in their father's house and start life there. They don't need to rent flat. And they have land, they just show to them. They don't buy land, they just produce their own portion, they just start living there. The life was not easier. There was no competition saying, my husband, this one, my husband is driving, now they drive for them. No other kind of competition. A lot has changed. Because of things. So, and just what is the economy? So, if our economy is good, most our girls will be married, most of our boys will be married. Because most guys see that I have time. No. See, no sensible person wants to train his children as pension money. Look for the guy. It can be late. You may not have menopause, but you start training children in your people. How long is life? So, first thing is somehow. So, you see people now just regulating him and they run away. So, that is the game from taking it. Right. Nigeria economy, even those who married are finding it difficult to meet your marriage. Those who talk of those people. So prayers and God will help this situation. We have so much on to have this kind of situation of palliative situation. Thank you. So I believe that.
Thank you very much. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Go ahead, sir.
How are you doing?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you see, the purpose of the thing, it's not something that I keep telling people when I lecture them. I just tell them that, see, marriage is not school. Marriage is not school, not like, oh, you didn't do well in your first term, so you try in your second term. Marriage is not a school. You don't rush into marriage. If you rush into it, you will rush out of it. It's not proposing the issue here. What would the lady have? What would she also, bring to the table? Where is she working? Where is her business? What is she doing? Some places in this country, that their right price is like to buy an aircraft. Things don't have to be one-way issues. You don't have to. The lady have to bring in and the man have to bring in. So marriage is something that you take time before you go into it. And it's only here in Nigeria that I find out that you can't date a girl for a long time. The next thing is I'm looking at your face. When are you coming to see my parents? But in other countries in the world, you can date a girl. You can even have children. And people will live fine. That doesn't mean money comes, you don't buy a car, don't buy a house. But it's only here in Nigeria that get a girl today, tomorrow. They will say, when are you coming to see my parents? It's not done that way. And some of them don't have a job. They're not working anywhere. They're not doing any business. They want you to provide from morning till night. It's not done that way, brother. It's not done that way.
Thank you.
At all. It's not done that way.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Since the ladies have refused to talk, no problem. Yeah, you don't want to tell me if it's bad character or the economy. How can you marry a lady you just met? Immediately you say hi to her on social media. She starts bringing all her family problems to you, telling you she's hungry. I've not eaten since morning. Max, I see such ladies as someone who is not serious. Let me even ask, did she even ask me if I have eaten? Guys, look at all these things before knowing the next step to take. Ladies should change their bad behavior. So are you saying it's because of bad character? Or you think it's because the guys looking at the economy, looking at their pockets, they are scared of taking the right step? Because truth be told, for you to marry now, no matter how you want to cut, it's not that easy. You do introduction, after introduction you have to go and pay the bride price. No matter how low the list is, maybe within 3, 4, 500,000. That's at least the lowest I've ever seen. You still spend money now. The question is, what kind of job are you doing? How much have you saved? Of course, you have to also start, a family once you're done with the traditional rites. It's not compulsory that you must do the big wedding and all that, but at least you start life now. It means you're going to feed someone's daughter. So that's extra mouth now. No more one mouth. If it's just you, once you're done with your protest, you can look for one mama put. Eat 1,500, 2,000 and go home and relax. But once you're married, not be like that again. No, you have to fend for your wife, fend for yourself. Yes, she will bring something on the table, but so do you think the economy is also contributing to the fact that guys are not taking the bold step in doing the right thing? We have a lot of baby mamas now. People are just impregnating people up and down, up and down, up and down. So do you think the economy is responsible for that? Or you think people are just being irresponsible and probably the ladies are not meeting up, character-wise? You think that's the issue? But we're done. We'll take a short break. We'll come back for Eyewitness Report. From 8 also we'll be having a security program. So start sending in your Eyewitness Report. Send them to 0701 9339 962. I'll be right back.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose given because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world would be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, and entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM for Talk It, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Welcome back to the Eyewitness Report segment. All right. Okay, we started with appreciation today. I must appreciate PhD. They have improved a lot. 24 hours light in my side. Where? Please, always state the area. Secondly, Rivers youth needs job, employment and empowerment, not sachet water. Kudos to the police for protecting Hyper City instead of innocent protesters. Nigeria will hail thee. Sylvester, tell me your area. Say you're having electricity. When did that start? Please let me know. Okay. Okay, let's take this. Please, if you're having difficulty calling, you can just do a voice note via text and send.
Good evening, my brother Maswell. My name is Chief Aunaya Omaserum Brown. They call from Rumeme Kingdom. Actually, I want to thank all the peaceful protestants that came out to the streets of Port Harcourt and River State at large to say no to bad governance, to protest for good governance, for protest for freedom, to protest for hunger and starvation that this government of President Tinubu has brought to us. Well, I want to say thank you to all of them that stood their ground to tell the world what we are suffering in Nigeria. We are all Nigerians, including me. I am an equally family man. We know what we pass through in times of feeding. What we buy 1 naira is now 100 naira. What we buy 100 naira is now for 1,000 naira. Going to market is like God knows how we feel whenever we send our wife to market. What we buy for 5,000 is now for 15,000. I want to thank everybody that came out for this protest, this peaceful protest today, to say no to bad governance and reject this government. Thank you all. Thank you, Maswell, for this opportunity.
All right. That's a chief talking there. When a chief start talking. But chief, your other counterparts in other area, other bigger chiefs, they said that people should not protest now. What would you say to them? Is it because they are eating belefu? All right, Sylvester, okay, your area is Eneka Rumesara, precisely. Oh, you'll be having electricity. We'll all come there and live. We'll all come to Rumesara since you are now having light. Max, good evening. Max, I want you to treat this In your subsequent program, invite a banker to explain to us why ATMs don't dispense cash anymore unless you go to POS points, which majority of them are owned by the bankers. This is a very pressing issue to me. I don't know if others. Mr. Dennis, you're saying the truth. That's what we've discovered recently. And I think with the protest that is ongoing, I think institutions in Nigeria should be resetting their systems to serve the general public. You know, I've always said this, African leaders at all levels, both at the lower levels, don't learn from history. African leaders play adamant to people's cry. That's how they behave. So now that protest is ongoing to, actually push the grievances of the people to the government, to let the government know that this is what is ongoing and that people are not living the kind of life they're supposed to live. Institutions in Nigeria should be learning a lesson from it to also start doing things correctly. Me, I don't know why ATMs don't have money again. Precisely, I don't know. Here or for River State or for Port Harcourt, I don't know why. Hardly would you go to an ATM and see money. So I think the bank managers have a lot to explain. They need to start having some common sense to start doing the needful so that people won't turn and start protesting against them. Anyway. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Engineer, I need your help, please. Send your messages to 0701 9339 962. 0701 9339 962. I'm sure some of you are having difficulty trying to call. Engineer, all right. All right, just do with the message. The engineer is working on it. All right, just send a message, WhatsApp message. Just send a WhatsApp message. Send it to 0701 9339 962 while we're trying to restore back the calls. Okay. Or we went out for protest. Okay. Yes, good evening, welcome. Hello? Hello, good evening.
They will pass and greet and the people. Max, good evening. It's Mr. UC. Please, my eyewitness report still remain about our road. The Chokota, Ikurengo and Omebulu road. Max, this rainy season, would they forget the hand for these communities? You see, Omakono, Omotube, Omonga, Omuchoko, Ikurengo, Omebulu, where we have Omebulu 1 to 4. In that Ikurengo 2, we'll have Umoke, we'll have Ozugri, we'll have Mparata before now go to Umebulu 1 to 4. Max, these communities have a lot of internal rules. This community, each of them are just mentioned just like as Rumekini is. When you go to Omakono, just as Rumekini is. Even it's bigger than Rumekini currently. You go to Umotube, just like as Rumosi is. Go to Umbonga, just like Alakaha. Go to Umuchoko, just like Ozoba. Just like that. These people don't have, their major road is something else. You cannot even advise the enemy to pass there. This road is so bad. And this bad I'm talking about, it's not 2 years ago or 3 years ago bad though. This road has been like this for more than 30 years. This road has been like this. Max, so I told you that I have a shop in my father's compound. I will be begging people to pay for 6 months. They will be doing shakara for me. So that road is no good now. If you come for the money side, if you go to our junction, they are renting 12, 13. Some areas, some shop that enter street 10. But our own along the major road, which they refuse to put in order, I will be begging someone to pay me 5,000 naira. They will be doing shakara. They will be telling me, okay, this road is bad. Oh. The shop I'm talking about, some of the shop is bigger than the ones at Rumokuta Junction. Oh. I'll be begging my fellow human being to make it 5K. They will be giving shakara. Okay, take 4K. If you not go take 4K, leave them. And that 4K, if you not go take and leave them, they will pay 2 months. So we'll pay 3 months. If you see we don't pay too much, you don't pay 4 months. Maxwell, join hand and beg our state governor to put our road in order. People of Chokota, Ikurengwa, Umebulu, Maxwell, we have suffered a lot. We have suffered a lot. This road has been like this for years. Our children, now I have how many children now? These children haven't got into, they haven't got to this road and see how this road is. They normally hear about it. That they don't take us to this place. Oh, this place you are talking about. You understand? This road is so bad. So bad, it cannot advise our enemy. Please, our governor, help us. Our mayorable governor, help people of Chokota, Ikurengwa, Umebulu. When you come to Eleme Junction, there is a place they call Boro Pit. Maxwell, he no go fit pass there. He no fit pass there. The money they supposed to use and put that road in order, they use it and construct from Eneka to Iboiche for I. It's not up to 4 months. They scrap that road and they want to do ring road. Why not to use that money they waste there to put that place in order, that Boro Pit in order that leads to Iboiche. Iboiche people don't have any straight road. They will be passing through Eneka before they hit Eleme Junction. Why their major straight road is bad. When you go to the junction to Umebulu, no go area. Please, our governor, help us. Put from Eleme Junction to Chokocho, put that road in order. From Iboiche Junction to Umebulu, where we have Oyibo Express, put it in order for us. We have suffered a lot. We are begging. We are pleading. God bless you, our governor, and also Maxwell. God will bless you for your good work. I love you, Max. God bless you. First.
All right. Just do okay. I think. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Peter.
Yes, please.
Well, every day we hear all these reports, same reports every day. In my place where I come from, for Abua, in Odwal, the people there never see road before in their life. See God creates them. The people of Kobo never see road before. They follow from Bayelsa if they want to go home. They will follow from Bayelsa. Instead of going through Abua there, they will follow through Bayelsa, Yanagua. Inside. Till today, thank God that some people who are calling today, they have seen roads before. The governor, to go around to consult people.
Fear. Before people go protest against them. Like I said, all institutions should be having sense. You don't need, nobody needs to tell you that Nigerians are now, taking back their country. If not, how will you explain it? That for the first time, people are protesting and they were offered money and they refuse. You know, when a king gives you money, they give you good money. If people said, no, we don't want this, don't give us pure water. We should buy pure water and bread for what? They keep the money. Use the money to go and fix health centers, fix schools, fix roads, build factories. Let's work. And I've always told people, for someone like me, don't say, I want to give you 20,000. Oh, God, give me work. Oh, give me work. I have strength to work. My brains are working. I'm very intelligent. Give me work. Good evening.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Stephen Ido.
Yes, please.
I beg you for something during the What is My Mind report time this evening. Please, I'm just using the God's name to beg you, I need your assistance. Your man is done somehow. I've sent my details to your SMS folder.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Max, the way and manner PHED gives us light here at Origwe Road, Elingbu, is very, very annoying. Since today, we have not had electricity. We know we are in Band D, but they should pity us now. If they can try and elevate us to Band C, we'll be grateful so we can be having at least good 3 hours electricity supply. Mommy Faith from Tony Estate, Origwe. Mommy Faith, the issue is that even if you're on Band D, even if you're on Band D, you're supposed to have, there's a specific time you're supposed to have electricity. So if you're not having at all, there's a question mark. Now, let me tell you, those of us within this area that are on Band A now, where my office is, we are not seeing 20 hours, but we are paying out of our nose. You see the problem? So, PHED Wala, no be today start. Please, Port Harcourt City CTC Chairman, try do small work. Try visit Oromerezumbu community and see our drainages and bad road. Just manage, do small thing. Iche Mati Ezebunwo, I take God name beg you. Chimene Myeche is sending in this one. He's speaking to his CTC chairman directly because there are things they can do. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Miriam from Okrika.
Yes, please.
Look, Maxwell, talking about power, if these politicians and our leaders, they know how our youths and teenagers love power, electricity. In fact, they will, at this particular time, this sensitive period, they will make sure that every area, in fact, the whole Nigeria, no power, no state goes out of power. Because it can go a long way to make some youth not even come out. This is an expo. Trust me, if there is light, some persons will say, I bet, let me charge my phone. Or some persons, some youth will say, before the time they are pressing their phone, let me do one or two. Let me watch things. Then before they know, power can go a long way to even reduce people from...
Muriel,
yeah,
if you've been listening to me, I have told you earlier on, over and over again, that African leaders don't make use of common sense.
At all.
They don't make use of common sense. That's African leaders for you.
Honestly.
You don't buy wisdom in the market.
At all. Look, that's why I keep saying that it's the worst of us that leads the best of us. Look.
Do you know, Muriel, let me tell you something. Muriel, if I'm in the seat of power and people say they want to protest, I have strategies and people will just not protest. I have good strategies I'll put in place and people won't protest again. Instead of threatening people, yes, I have strategies that I'll put in place and people will not protest again. But I will not share it. It's not free.
I'm giving that one.
God gave me, it's not free.
I was just relaxing, watching other people protesting, and all of a sudden they took light. I think if I was just doing one or two, everywhere is just dull, and I would have just I beg, I get dressed, join the process. What shall they do for house? But with star, you see, people just relax. Some people say, lie, don't come, I just wash. People that are using wash, now wash you, let me wash. Or let me do that with electricity. Before you know, time has gone and that day has passed.
Thank you.
So one or two things are there for them to do, but at least I just want to urge the protesters not to deter. Honestly, they should continue in this trend and even add more vigor to it. And then Tinubu should address the youth and then bring something, not just address, but tell us that this is a result. Because as a result of this process, this is what he
Thank you very much.
Something tangible. Thank you, Maxwell.
Thank you. That's African leaders for you. They always wait until things get out of hand. Then they will not say, this is what we want to do. That's how African leaders. It cuts across board, both public and private sector. You'll be telling an employer that, Oga, add money now. See if you can work where they do it. When you now leave, you now start calling you. What is the problem? How can you be calling the person when the person was telling you that, Oga, fix this thing, do this thing? You say, no, you don't want to do it. That's how African leaders are. Unfortunate. Okay. Good evening. Honestly, I did not. Kingsley, that message, I don't understand. Yes, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Go ahead, Mr. Sam, with your eyewitness.
Blessed new evening to you, and a bad one to all the bad politicians and all those who are against this protest. Mr. Maxwell, you see, I want to first of all thank the Almighty God who has made our protest of day one today a great success.
Just go ahead with your eyewitness, Mr. Sam.
So my eyewitness was that the police, they cooperated with us rightfully, and the protest were going to hit the ground running tomorrow again by 7 a.m. starting from the Federal Secretariat, and I'm urging every Nigerian to...
Hello, Mr. Sam. Okay, let's take this one.
Maxwell, good evening. It's Mr. UC. Max, please join voice with me and beg my state governor.
I think I've taken that one. Yes, I've done that. Hello, Max. Band D is supposed to have minimum of 8 hours and maximum 12 hours a day. Yes, that's true. But are you even having 4 hours? Okay, please, you sent a message. You talked about Rumokoro's. What's your name? I'll put a call in and then find out. Is this an eyewitness? Please send in your eyewitness. All right, send in your eyewitness. 0810-9510-951. Oh, engineer, please, I need your help again. I don't know what's wrong with the lines today. Good evening. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Reginald.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let me start by appreciating the people protesters today. I think those of them that have queued behind this thing, I think they have done well, including the police that also cooperated. But let me also say very clearly here that one thing is to protest, and then another thing is for government to implement everything that is being requested. And let me also say here that the protest is not targeted on federal government alone. No. The state too
should also know that we have bad governance in both state and local government. All these things that we are calling on area talk, complaining is also part of bad governance. So people should know that when we are protesting, it is not being targeted at the federal government alone. The state should also begin to work on some of these issues, including making sure that if our agriculture is working very well, electricity and other, the government is giving us basic amenities that the people need. I think there will be no need for the state to protest if.
Oh, Reginald, please call back if you can. Call back if you can. Immerman says the issue of protest, nobody can stop the protest till the end. Look at the rate of hardship, hunger, increase. Immerman, okay. If you can send the message you usually send, all right? I will appreciate it. Okay, 08. Max, do you know that the only project we've benefited from any political leader from my constituency is a town hall built by Honorable Solomon Wami? The rest has done absolutely nothing concerning my community or Omerizimbu. I don't know if we've wronged them. All the chairmen, not one have done anything in my community. I'm calling on Ichemati Ezebon to do just small thing in my community. All the roads in Rebisi Kingdom is well tarred, apart from ours. Now, where is yours? Just state it the way it is, okay? Mr. UC is still talking about Chokota and Umebulu community that have been suffering because of bad roads. UC, I've taken your voice note earlier on. Probably you didn't listen. I've taken it. It's been sounding so clear. Okay, so government should of course mobilize to site. So Maxwell, my eyewitness is this: protest is not violentical. For information, the general public and the entire nation should not view this protest as a source of misinforming the citizens about violence. Anybody can go to their markets, no problems for those who feel not to be chanced, but we all are crying the same cry. Nobody will get involved in problems. All right, Dixon. Yes, Imaman sent in some schools, and I'll go over those schools again. State School Amakumbeche, UP Umaturumbeche, State School Akpokweche, State School Okoneche Ibudeche, State School Okehi 2, State School Umaturumbeche, GJSS Ndashi, State School Akpokabi, State School Obite, State School Eche Girls Ibudo, Health Center Umwede Mbeche, Health Center Umaturu Mbeche, General Hospital Okehi, CSS Isu, State School Umocham Ndashi, State School Umokom Ndashi, State School Umoye, State School Egbelubi Ndashi, CPS Umonye Ibudo, UP Isu, State School Umwedele Ndashi. These are all the schools and health centers as sent by Imaman that needs rehabilitation and reconstruction, all in Eche LJ. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm calling from NCA.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, good evening.
Yes, so Max, good evening.
Yes, Mr. Zion, go ahead.
Thank you very much. The thugs that came to disrupt our protest in Bayelsa State, 2 of them have been arrested. And the sponsor is who we are still looking for. Although they said that it's a political whatever. But they said no, we need the sponsor, not just those ones. So that's one of the eyewitness. And number 2 eyewitness again, at least I will appreciate the Governor similarly Fubara. Out of the 36 states, the governors in Nigeria, I think it's one only that addressed protesters that came to his office. There's another eyewitness. But basically what I want to report more of is this aspect of from agri-route. You see these inter streets where these market people have hijacked. The local government can harness the potential of that market. It can fill that river close to their Bonima Wharf, fill it and build lock-up shops. Do you know the population of markets in this area? As I'm talking to you now, virtually the whole street from the Agri Road down to Creek Road, all those streets are being jammed on market. And when I mean jammed, if you see the tightness, no space, no space at all. So you should be looking at it, over 20,000 marketers. If you can build these shops there, these guys will leave the street. Now the owners of these houses can no longer live. I guess some landlord may even put some tenants so that marketers can, shop owners can just stock in their goods there. These are potentials. We are talking about the next local government. Do you know that if these guys can do this little work for these people, they can contest for the next election and the people vote for them freely? I'm surprised that some people are calling outside people to come and contest election when their CDC is on ground. Which means the CDC is not working. If the CDC is working, they will not be calling someone else come and contest as a local government chairman. And for the governor, I still want to appreciate him. He has given a marching order that during this holiday period now, all the government schools should be rehabilitated. So it's a thumbs up. So anybody that your school, community school is having issue, this is the right time for you to lay your voice so that the commissioner of works, the commissioner for education, you can come to your community and assess it. Mr. Zion.
Thank you. Mr. Zion, you're the one who said it too. So if after the holiday they've not rehabilitated the schools, I'll hold you responsible. Maxwell, my eyewitness report is that Governor Sim Fubara addressed protesters and promised to give them money for pure water and bread. Please ask Governor Sim if pure water and bread is good governance. Is that what he intends to do for Rivers people? When will he pay wage award? Does he intend to improve the lives of Rivers people with bread and pure water? Governor Sim, please pay civil servants wage award. Pat from Igruta. Thank you. Godwin from Bidere in Gukana says, please, my farm, over 2.5 plots where I planted cassava, now water have destroyed it. Please help me tell our governor to help me and my family. It's quite unfortunate. So sorry. My name is Wanaka from Ombo in Awelga, Ahoda West local government area. People are suffering. Ombo people are suffering till today. Our road is not good. We are always amongst the flood victims. There's no light in Ombo. The only thing we have is NEPA pole that was planted by the local government chairman since 2020, and no wire or transformer has been attached to it till date. We don't even have good road in Ombo, and since I was born, the government have not done any complete project in Ombo town, Ahoda West. Our road is supposed to get to Oshiobili community to Mbiama, where we have market, but we have been suffering to enter the village during the rainy season. Mr. Marks, I beg of you, please come to my LJ and share your common sense and strategies to my CTC of Ahoda East. As for Governor Sim, I hope he learned something today. So let him let him do the needful. I'll use that language. I'm aware that some persons don't want him to succeed. He has assured us enough. We want to see things done. He has just 2 years remaining. 2 years plus now for the first time. Okay? All right. When you say common sense and strategy to CTC of Ahoda, these people don't take advice. So. No, they don't. They don't take advice. So. That's the kind of country where we live in. Max, my community is Oromirizumbu. Ichemate Ezebun knows there very well. From his own community to mine is just 200 naira. Okay. So, CTC chairman Ichemate, they are calling on you to come and do something in Oromirizumbu. They said their roads are not bad, drainages are bad. So, CTC chairman, that is your job. It's not governor's job. Okay, let me take this.
Good evening, Maxwell. My name is Randface from Rumekini. Since morning, we have not had light in Rumekini, Rumosi, and Alakahia communities. At the community secondary school, Rumekini, is in bad shape. The school was built by our women, a club called Mangune Bunzi in Rumekini, and handed it over to government. Since 2002 up till now, there is no infrastructure in that school. That is the only school that Rumekini, Rumosi, and Alakahia, they are attending. Up till now, no government present in that school. No new structure, nothing in that school. Let government come and build some schools there, because they have more than 100 and something students in one class. They have, like, the SS1 will be up to F, and each one is filled up with students up to 190 in one class. If you see how they squeeze themselves, you pity them. And most of them, they sit on the ground to learn, which is very wrong. No internal road in Rumekini. We are demanding that the government should come and do work in Rumekini, especially that of internal road and drainages. I will send you some pictures now. When you see it, you confirm what I'm telling you. It's very, very bad. CSS Rumekini is in a very bad condition. Even our health center, which is close to Today FM, is nothing to write home about. No facility, nothing there. When they go there, so women don't go there, they prefer going to Alo. It's no good. We have to immunize our children. Thank you. Let NEPA give us light in Rumeki, Rumosi, and the remaking. Thank you. I remain Ranchface.
Thank you, sir. Health center built by women. That's where I've seen the health center. And don't know. Maybe the women will now be building schools, build health centers. Women, you people should take over governance now. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Professor Ikita. I'm calling from the United States of Ireland.
Yes, please.
My brother, I want to beg the security agency in this East-West road that they should not kill us finish. Yesterday, as I'm coming from Lagos, when I reached Ilili, I was surprised that this shepherd, they were not there. As I moved front, do you believe that they were not there? The stick that they take block road, they don't even come out, they don't even remove those sticks for road, and there is raining that particular time. It remains small for me to jam that stick before I wheel my hand. I nearly lost control. God just saved me. If they do their share point, they know that they want to give that place. They should please remove all those sticks for road. I just pray that yesterday, I say, all the motorways that they are coming from back now, if they never come this place before, they can have accidents in that particular place. The second one, immediately before the sea or high at Spa Junction, there's a particular share point. I was coming from Lagos last week. This man did not even wear uniform. He asked me, where is your particulars? Then I asked me, are you a policeman? This man is trying to cock his gun, say, if you shoot me, he will do this. I said, I cannot give you my particular because there is no sign in your body that you are a policeman. So before I come, another one come. Say, bring your particular. I say, yes, you now. I saw you uniform for body. I give him the particular. He check. Then he come see my brother ID card there. I start commissioner of police. They ask me, is it because say your brother is now commissioner of police? That's why you are behaving like I say, no, Oga. I know how many times that armed robbers attack me from Lagos Road that they didn't wear uniform. So my boss order me say anybody that didn't wear uniform, police uniform, I should not attend to them. Before the Oga come begin to beg me, they make a no vest. So if they know they are carrying bad people, join them. So just do like they are police. They should please. I want to beg Commissioner of Police to just visit that East-West Road. Only out there you will see almost like 20 checkpoints from one point to the other. What are they checking? They should please help us. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. Good evening. Go ahead.
Hello, Master.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Master. This is Bob Luke calling you from Transamade.
Go ahead.
Something I want to ask you pertaining this cornerstone road. I don't know why government forget about that road. Hello, Master, are you hearing me?
Very clear, sir.
Okay. This cornerstone road. I don't know why government forget about that road. That road now, son. Keke cannot accept that road again. Now they walk from Akanya down to Obogoro. I beg, help me beg the governor. Let him do something about that road. I beg you. That's a cornerstone road. I beg you, Maxwell. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time. Cornerstone Road, that road is, I don't know, it's just something else. Chinano from Port Harcourt says, okay. That's not actually eyewitness. Yes, good evening.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, Reginald, go ahead.
Yes, I call back. First, let me, now that this guy, Mr. Zion has given us information that issue of renovation of primary schools is in place. Let it not just be ordinary statement, but we are watching.
Regina, what you do for me, are you listening?
Yeah.
You between the holidays from now till I think schools will resume 1st or 2nd week of September. You go around, check. If you see schools that haven't been rehabilitated, you let me know. Same thing with Imaman, that's within your area. And for others also within their areas, they should go around and check the schools that have not been renovated within this holiday period. Send me those schools, send me those names, then we'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Having said that, I've heard you. I think we will do that. Maxwell, I was talking about the issue of this good governance protest, bad governance. I want to say here that it shouldn't be targeted to the federal government alone, because we are suffering bad governance from both state, local, and federal governments. Because if the state governors and local governments are doing what they are supposed to do, what they are elected for, I think the issue of bad governance will be reduced. So when we are protesting against the federal government, let us also remind the governors that they are included. The local government, the non-administration of local government is also included, because the corruption in the system across both federal, state, and local government. So let's use this opportunity that as we are protesting, let's be telling governors, please, you are not doing well in the area of agriculture, doing well in the area of schools or health and the basic amenities. Because if we are having good governance across the state, all these calls that we are calling on a daily basis on area talk couldn't have gotten up to the level. So all these calls shows that we don't have good governance in the state. I am not talking about this administration alone. No. I'm talking about from 1999 to today, having good governance both at the state level, the local government level. Then we should be talking about the federal government, but in as much as it is not. So let's also draw the attention of the governors towards this protest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Someone says, Maxwell, good evening. Can you see that almost all the eyewitnesses report are about road? Where did Mr. Project work? If you ask me. Now who I go ask? Hey, we have a few minutes to go, Joe. Let me take this one. Good evening.
Good evening, Marshall.
Yes, go ahead.
My own area report on Ozuzu is Apok Road. I think the governor should come and find a way and fix the road. Don't have a road at Ozuzu, which is Apok Road. The road that is all dilapidated. Government secondary school or just a secondary school. You can stand on that tree. Please. Yesterday said you shouldn't ask this to them. But I'm telling the governor, he deserves to come and work our place because we voted for him and we are part of River State. So we have more or less than 3 oil wells coming from our side. So he should come. He should endeavor to come and do the road. Thank you.
All right, thank you. The people who have oil well, they don't have road. The people who don't have oil well, what would they do? Well, for Nigeria, I feel like bicycle. Someone is asking me, where did Mr. Project work? Are you asking me? Are you asking me? Were you not the one praising them? Doing wrestling, fighting, doing egelege, carrying all the yam that you would have given me to chop. You go and give people who already have money. You go and uproot big yam and then dry big fish to go and give them as gift. Something they will not eat. Instead of you to bring it here, let people like us eat it. You are going to give governor yam and fish. What will you use it for? When he has free money to buy yam, you now approve the big yam. Some of you, Good evening. All right. I think that's what you can take. Let me just take this. Okay, he says, Mr. Project worked on flyover and locked up mother and child hospital. It's all right. Maxwell Mekau, Rundele community in Emoha is in darkness for the past 3 years now, without electricity, without good road, no government appointment. Now Fulani and their cows won't allow our farmers enjoy their farm produce. They rape our women at the farm, destroy our farms. Maxwell, if I may ask, is Rundele community not in River State or Bingele? It is in River State. But concerning light, I thought the Emoha CCC chairman said, please let me know if they are working. If PHEDC is working in Emoha to restore electricity. You can just send me a message on Facebook. If you have pictures, you can send to me on Facebook. Lucky Maxwell. LUCKY MAXWELL. On Facebook, on Twitter, Lucky Max 234. But like I've always said, enough of the praising. Demand for what's rightfully yours. Demand. Tell government what you want. And tell them that they have to do it because that's their responsibility. Not only state government, too. Your CTC chairman. Put pressure on them. Let them work. Occupying an office and not working. What's the essence of occupying the office? If they say, can you drive this car? You now enter. You start to quick. Zoom. Oh, yeah, drive now. You are still doing zoom. Okay, go out of the car if you can't drive. Let someone who can drive enter. That's governance. Good evening. We'll be right back for security and you stay with us.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081-389-2850 now for more information.
Hey, you want to speed drive? Come on, go to the racetrack. You want to smoke? Not on the steering wheel. You want to drink alcohol? Don't do it on wheels. Go to a bar and don't drive afterwards. Seatbelts are not for fancy. They're there to save your life. Know your traffic rules and obey them because they're for your own good. Drive with care because life is dear.
Welcome back. It's now time for Security and You. Like Smith Dibia will always say, security is not all about buying guns. As a crime analyst, he has said it severally. Why do people commit crime? According to their research, poverty is one of them. So, if government wants everywhere to be peaceful, create jobs. Build factory. Build factory. He's been to India and he says on the street you just see factory. What do you see on the street? And it's government that is building it. Then private sector, of course, will come in, manage it. You see factories, even in China, factories. I watched a particular documentary. You see these people working, and Nigerians are hard workers. If Nigerians are not hard workers, they won't go abroad and succeed. Nigerians are hard working. Nigerians do 3-4 jobs, and they'll pay their bills. They'll still send money to Nigeria, buy houses, build legit job. I'm not talking about those who are doing illegitimate job. Legit jobs. Nigerians are hard workers. Give a Nigerian the enabling environment, and you'll be shocked. So what is happening? Government have failed to do the needful. And that's why you have a lot of insecurity. Ukechi Smith Libya is joining us on the show today. Once again, thank you for joining us, sir. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Maswell. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm just overwhelmed with bad roads and news of bad roads, bad infrastructure up and down. And then when you look at the billions and the trillions that have come into a state like River State, you just ask, where is the money?
It's a serious matter. I think I was actually laughing when I was walking in. When someone asked that, what did Mr. Project work? And I wish Mr. Project will hear this. Because I actually don't know the person, but I know that this person in one way or the other must have also praised and also called this station to also tell Mr. Project what he was working as at that time. That is why I keep telling these politicians that they just need to be very careful. When you have opportunity of serving people, you just need to do your best and live. And I can tell you, there is one man, I don't know him apart from just knowing him as a former governor. I don't think I've met him that, but then he has stayed over, I think, about 9 years now, about 10 years. But then people could still call to say this was 1 or 2 he has done.
Exactly.
So that tells you that when you have a system on ground and you follow your system, you follow the process, even when other people come, if not just that is a political issue, if not, that guy laid a very good foundation. Probably the next person probably would have started from there and continued from there. You see, that's what they do in Lagos. I think a few days back they launched what was it called, charging vehicle or thereabout, this electric vehicle, and not just launching it, they also have the charging points to do it. So this is what they do there, but unfortunately that is not done here. I was coming, you were asking how people what has delayed people from marriage, and somebody in the black hat because of hardship, he has not gotten a husband and all that. You won't believe that that fact to an extent is true, because I'm a crime analyst. I visit correctional centers. I talk with the people there. I consult for people and I ask them. Forget about the crime. Yes, someone has committed crime, like I say. That's not my concern. That has happened already. So, and this is one person. So what do we do to make sure that the second person does not commit this crime. That's my interest. And as such, if we can get it done, then it means that we'll save the society. So, like we've been discussing about theories of crime for some time now, and you see that we've discussed about string theory, we've discussed about situational crime theory, we've discussed about prevention crime theory, we've discussed about crime prevention through environmental design. We've discussed about elite theories of crime, and we've discussed about broken windows theory. And the other day we discussed about the motivated offenders and all that. You see, I was in a class, I think 2 days ago, and somebody said, "Sir, every time people talk about crime, how many types of crimes do we have?" I was just like, it was just like, so he came to me that, every time we talk about crime, and in my classes and in my program and consultation, I've discovered that people just see crime as when people go to rob, when people go to commit maybe all this robbery, probably kidnapping, all those maybe conventional crime, let me use the word. But after that question, I said, okay, maybe so many persons doesn't know types of crime and how it affects the society. So today we're going to be looking at types of crime and how it affects the society. I put it this way, as a types of crime and their implication to the society. So let us just look at what are the types of crime and what are the implications to the society, and how did other countries handled their own for them to be able to curtail their own. Because with the level of hardship that is going on now, if not for the grace of God, like somebody said, just the grace of God. I think it's not just, it's the grace of God. If not for the grace of God. He said he's just surviving by the grace of God. I said, no, the grace of God is not just. You're surviving by the grace of God, yes. Because that is where we're surviving. And I can tell you that why we have relative peace in Rivers State is just because people have built trust to the governor. I can tell you
that he shouldn't betray. Because that's another thing. I will tell you some of the things I heard from people today.
That's my fear. That's my fear, because people have built trust, and like they say in the their political thing, they say it's organic strength or trust. Purely is organic, I must say. Because most times across board we hear these people and we interact with them. Some of them have not even gotten anything. They've not, in fact, they don't even know him apart from knowing him, seeing him across television. But they just naturally trusted and liked this guy. And I want to beg him. In fact, my mind skips as if I am the governor, because I feel like this. Please, Mr. Governor, don't disappoint people of Rivers State, because I feel somehow that, please, God should help this man to succeed. Because if he doesn't, he will in turn destroy trust. I mean, the trauma he will leave in the hearts of Rivers people might likely not to be easily erased anyway. So I beg him, if he's listening, that please, Mr. Governor, try and improve on your activity.
That's even the main issue. Smith, the main issue is he has support already. You understand?
Yeah, sure.
The issue now is the people are watching. It's like, when you are dating a girl. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You've given her that assurance that you will marry her.
Sure.
That girl will do everything possible to ensure that you are comfortable. She won't give you a headache. She won't be demanding. But if you now come one day and tell her that actually this thing will not work, that's how people go to the extreme. To do something evil, to the person, because their whole world is shattered. She has put her trust, everything. She has put all her eggs in one basket. You now threw the basket on the floor.
And even when she marries another person, she carries it over.
Exactly.
So that's why I say, for me, sometimes I just, my mind skips. I get scared
for the governor.
For the governor,
if he does not deliver.
sincerely, most times I just think, God, please help this man. I just pray that prayer, even when I don't know him, like, just apart from just, So what I'm trying to say is that it is time for him to come down and really supervise his work. Yes, the other day I was in this room working here for almost about 1 hour plus. In fact, I was in that traffic when Mazi was almost crying.
Yes, 1 or 2 months.
That was on Wednesday or thereabout. I mean Tuesday or thereabout. So, having said this, I welcome us once again to Security and You program that is brought to you by Today FM. Once again, I want to thank Today FM. This is one station that I listen to across board, and I can tell you that from Monday to Friday, there's educative program all through. Monday you do your IT, this you do agriculture, business,
health.
This afternoon, Faustina was doing breastfeeding and all that.
Yes,
I was listening to it, but unfortunately, ladies did not call. It was men that was calling.
Most times, the men who call. Right?
I was telling my person in the office, I said, "Is it how these our wives gives us problem? Even we are making inquiry for for them to feed our children." So today, my name is Ukeji Smith Divya. If you're listening to me, you can just follow me there on Facebook. Search for Ukeji Smith Divya. Click on follow. This program, this script will also be there immediately after this program. We're talking about types of crime and their implication to the society. As I have raised in my introduction, I said in today's program, we'll be diving into various types of crime and their implication on society and successful strategies implemented by other countries to combat this crime. That's what we're going to be looking at today. It is not just looking at the implication to the society. We will also look at how other countries, the strategies other countries used to implement and to combat this crime. And understanding this crime can illuminate the larger narrative surrounding justice, safety, and public policy. When we understand this crime, and I tell you, it will illuminate the larger narrative surrounding justice, safety, and public policies, we will cover 5 main types of crime. Like I was discussing here, I was in a class on Tuesday, and somebody said every time they talk about crimes, how many types of crime do you have? Is it only kidnapping, and robbery do we have? I said, no, we have different types of crime. And today we're going to be looking at it so that you will know exactly the one you are committing. If you're listening to me, you will know exactly the type of crime that you are committing. But then, because of time, we'll be looking at 5 for today, and if we're able to cover it, then probably next week we'll continue with other ones. So for this week and next week, we'll be talking about types of crime. So let's see if we can cover 4 or 5 today and continue next week. I have always said in my platforms, on my consultations, I said crime is one thing that nobody wants to associate themselves with. Nobody will be bold to tell you, I'm a crime committer. I'm a crime committer. It's just like people call, he said, some person come, I say, what do you do for? He said, I'm a politician. I say, what's that? What do you do? You say you're a politician. And see, the irony of it is that these things had now entered in them that even in an official interview, I consult for people and I sit and interview people, and most times I just go through the CV and I ask, so tell me more about yourself. He said, yes, my name is I'm actually a politician. I said, what do you mean? What are we doing here? So nobody is happy or wants to associate themselves with crime. That's why you cannot see somebody telling her, I'm a crime committer. No, you don't see that. But then people commit crime. Definitely. But they don't want to associate themselves there. So that tells you that crime itself is negative. It's bad. It's not something, it doesn't produce anything good. That's why people will not be bold to say, I'm a crime committer. Even when you arrest somebody, you see, when you get him, most times it's always regret. It is the devil, it is the devil. Unfortunately, I don't know how they have devil's phone number to be able to have this kind of communication. For the years I've been in the system of security, I've never gotten devil's phone number.
So finally, it's one.
So whenever I go to those places to consult and talk to them, try to rehabilitate them. And I just see that devil, but unfortunately, this is just things that were caused by our leaders. Sincerely, I must have to say that, because just a few weeks back, I was just watching my televisions, look at how our leaders were just rolling out NSAS protest, the destruction in NSAS protest and all the destructions and all that protest. In fact, there were lots of things that they were rolling out, and I just told myself, I said, good, by 2020, we had NSAS protest, and this is the kind of destructions we had in 2020. And there's another proposed protest anyway that just probably happened today, and our leaders were able to keep record of the destruction that happened on the 2020, and now they are not also telling us what has happened in 2020, meaning that they knew, or they know, that there were actually destruction in 2020, but what lesson have they learned? So that in 2024 there is this kind of thing that wants to happen. If we had learned in 2020 and probably adjusted ourselves and all that in that 2020, probably we won't get to this place today. So when you show us the destruction in 2020, at the same time show us the cost of living and standard of living in 2020. No, let's do that in 2020, so that we will now know that you are actually keeping the two records. You are keeping the destructive one, you're also keeping the positive record. So it's not just showing us this one. But then I thank God, up to now I've not heard of any deaths in Rivers State. I thank God, and the police work professionally. So number one, we're looking at violent crime. Number one crime is called violent crime, and I have said that violent crime include offenses, crime that involves force or the threat of force, such as homicide, assault, and robbery. Homicide, assault, and robbery, these are violent crime. I have said that what are the impacts of this violent crime? What are the disadvantages of this violent crime? I said that the impact on victim survivor often face physical injury. They have physical injury, emotional trauma, and long-time psychological effects. Now, these are the impacts that victim of this crime face. Now, for a community, how does this violent crime affects a community? I have said here that high rate of violent crime can lead to pervasive fear within communities, affecting quality of life and social interaction. Now, how do I mean? There are places in this River State, in Port Harcourt, and when you mention that you're going to those communities or those places by 6 p.m. Somebody will say, that place, so it means that place have some level of violent crisis happening there. Maybe you just say you're going towards the other end of Ikwere Road, I don't maybe after Ajip, probably after UST, and maybe going towards all those areas. Some people say, by this time, don't go to that area by this time. It's associated with some level of violent crime. So that's the effect this had to community. And once this violent crime is in a community, it reduces the business area of that, as in business activity of that area and all that. So that's the number one we're looking at. And now we're not saying that what is the way forward in this violent crime. I have said here to effectively reduce violent crime, we need to comprehensively involve community program focusing on youth engagement, conflict resolution, and mental health support. In fact, the last one, the mental health support, is one that we in this side of the world do not see as an illness. But unfortunately, that is what almost all of us need now. Because unfortunately, is what we need now. Yes, but then we focus on the physical symptoms. My head is aching, my stomach, my this, my that, and we don't talk more about this mental support because it is one that we need now, because there is a shift in the way we live our life. There's a serious shift. I tell you, it's just like maybe if you're not a man that has, by the grace of God, gotten to some level of understanding things, you might likely to be having issues with everybody around you, your wife, your mates, your staff, your boss, because we have we need mental support. Yes, because you can't comprehend that in a day you buy fuel of 15,000. In the next day you buy 12,000. The next day you buy 20,000. The next day, you can't.
How much are you earning?
There is no day. I don't know how people manage, but then 5,000 naira fuel like this evening as I was coming, I said, let me top. It was a 5.something liter, 5.8 liters, because I know it was 86 naira. 806 naira. 860 naira there, but so imagine what that means, and that's just something you can't even comprehend. So mental health issue is one of the support. Is one of the support that we need to have. Now, focusing on the youth engagement. You see, this area is one area that I across board in my discussion. In fact, I don't go without it. In fact, I was in a place, somebody said, you always talking about engaging these people. You are not even condemning these people. As I say, I condemn them totally. Crime has already happened. Our problem is, how do we do it not to happen again? So, in as much as we have this guy here, okay, because if we don't solve the root cause of that problem, in turn, we will fill our correctional centers with these same people. Recidivism will even become.
And I think that's the problem. We are not solving the problem from the root.
We're not solving the problem from the root. In fact, I was in a company I consulted for, and they do inverter battery and all that. So almost every time they're stealing, they lose these things, and they keep changing the security companies and all that. So, but when I got there and I just studied the place, I said, this guy at the gate doesn't even know what this battery is. It's not just the normal inverter battery you use. It's a high level of inverter battery, and statistically proven battery that doesn't explode. They use it in the Greek. I said, this guy doesn't even know what to do. So, okay, no problem. Let me just do the consultation. But then what we're going to do is this. We'll go to the root cause of this problem. Now, I called for the meeting and we had a discussion, and I told them that if this happen again, you won't like what will happen, because there's a new or the sheriff in town. So at the end of the day, after about 2 weeks, and this thing runs in millions, and this thing was, I got angry and I just made a report. I say, sack the country manager, because that's how they call their hierarchy. So the people say, the boss, they said, no, I said, let's start there. Okay, if you can't sack, suspend him. So they suspended him for 1 week. He came back again. After about some time, the same thing happened again, so he was sacked. They brought the second in command, and the second in command was there. After about 3 months, it was almost happening one month. It has gotten to have saved about 3 months. The same thing happened again. I said, sack the next, the one that you just appointed. They sacked him, they brought another person. I tell it to you today, not even a disposable cup. is missing in that place. Even the disposable cup, when they finish using it, instead of discarding it, they even recant it to confirm that it's still 20 pieces. It's still 20 pieces that you brought. We have actually used it, but this is the waste. But in the waste bin, it's still 20 pieces. So what we're trying to say is that we need to know the root cause. So engaging the youth is the root cause. You need to get this youth engaged. I called somebody yesterday to give him a work, a security work, and when I called the noise boy, I said, "What of this guy?" He said, "Okay, you know, go if you work with that guy again now." I said, "How do you mean?" He said, the guy in a G guy now. I didn't even understand what he was. I said, "What do you mean by G guy?" He said, "Yahoo, you don't join Yahoo." I was laughing. What am I not saying? Even when I called him, I told him, "Come, let me talk to you." He came. You know, the Yahoo, he joined anything, but then he's looking at, he wants to make money by, So, but the truth remains that a guy that who had a very good foundation, he speaks very well. I don't know him, I don't know his parents, but then I just met him in the field of work. So he speaks very well, he writes very well, he behaves very well. So how come that he doesn't have any job to do? So, when you relate with these youths, you know their challenge. In fact, our decision makers have so disconnected themselves from the youth. I can tell you that the anxiety that runs in the mind of the youths. I do rehabilitation. I call them, I have meetings with them. I do lots of programs with them. And I can tell you that on a normal ground, as in with all sincerity, they open up to you.
That's the truth.
And I can tell you that a youth of somebody of 30, 35 years going to 40 years, Mr. Maxwell, he doesn't even know what he wants to do.
They are confused.
They are totally confused.
The system is not even helping
matters.
The
system has nothing to do for the youth. I don't know what to say.
Most of the people who went to school had high hopes that when they are done with school, at least they will find somewhere to perch. The system automatically has discouraged them. The system has bastardized their future. They say it's only in Nigeria that the system has a way of changing your destiny.
No, definitely it will.
Someone who says you wanted the next thing is the person is doing POS. Go around, check all the people who are doing POS. They are all graduates.
Are you saying it started even in university? When you apply for medicine, they will give you nursing.
Is it not? If they even give you nursing, is it not good? So they give you agric.
Okay, fine.
You apply for medicine, they give you agric.
Youth engagement is one thing that we need to take very seriously. In fact, I was doing a program about transportation system for a particular, actually it's not even in Nigeria anyway, but then I was contacted from Nigeria, but the program is not in Nigeria, how to restructure the transportation system. And as I was doing that thing, in fact, I was submitting it online, and somebody was calling, I think 2 days ago, was talking about how they were painting of cars and all that, and they were complaining, and I was just looking at the program I was doing for the country, and I said, no, this is not supposed to be. The youth that you brought in for Agboro, you even remove the name Agboro, you can actually create job in that same system. A good job. I mean, a civil service job, a clean job that they will be paid. Imagine what Rotimi Amechi did in Timari. Imagine even today when they were protesting in Lagos. I saw is it last month? Yes. People, they are well kitted and well doing. How can a state like Rivers State, a state like Rivers State that has a transport commissioner, I mean,
the commissioner said the taxi drivers should go and paint it.
Yeah, can that be? I'm not against.
That's the reformation.
I'm not against the policy, but I can also tell you that this is the same policy. This particular painting policy could also create job. Those are the things we are talking about. Youth engagement.
That's if you do it well
properly. What does it take? The government just come and just get a particular space, hire probably 20, 30 auto painters, put them there, also hire more youths that will do the washing, cleaning, and sandpapering and all that, and put them there and import this paint in a cheaper way because they have the capacity to do that. And now announce to the commercial vehicle people,
to take their cars then.
Go to that place, paint your car free.
You see.
When you do this thing, what you will turn doing is, when after the expiration of the period in time, you have given them to go and paint their car for free. You cannot do enforcement. And your enforcement in Rivers State should go above brute forcing. Brute forcing. Everybody wants to force everybody to do something. It doesn't happen that way. So you now say, okay, this is the enforcement time. It has passed. I mean, the painting time has passed. The enforcement time. Once you see a car that does not have that painting, you can now enforce, and you don't even need to worry that person. Just give him the paper. Go to the ministry and pay. If he doesn't pay, he cannot come back to the road the next day. Because the next day, so why can't we sit in the system and use artificial intelligence to do things so that it will help the youth?
Mr. Smith, this artificial intelligence don't cause trouble. Everything is forced.
Let me tell you that Canada implemented this. How did they implement it? They say Canada implemented community policing initiative that foster better relationship between police and the community, leading to an decrease in violent crime rate. Sweden invested in social welfare program. They invested in this is how they solve the problem. And that is why I'm saying that these things are not rocket science. They are not something you even need to even pray for.
The issue is we don't want to do it.
So, but then the thing is this: you are in a position. What are you thinking? In fact, sorry, I don't know if you might be listening to me. I had issue. I mean, I work for one particular vice chancellor, and I walked into his office. I told him I will talk this thing one day. He was laughing. And I walked into his office, and he doesn't have a system. A workstation, a very big office. He doesn't have a workstation. So each time I go there, he will always call the secretary. And these secretaries are not it's not like they are not secretary, but they are promoted from point to point to get to. These are pure ministry secretaries, so they don't even know much about this artificial intelligence. They don't even. It's not like they don't know per se, but then you just have a workstation. So one day I walked into his office and said, "You need to buy one laptop and put it in your front. Don't just put it. Use it. How do you relate this your school that you're heading to?" University of England, to what they call them, Harvard and all that. How do you on your own?
Mr. Smith, you know that's the problem. The person they made the head of the system does not have a laptop. So how does he want to push the school to that level that you're talking about?
He doesn't have a workstation.
It's political appointment now.
I have gone to, let me not say 100% of local government chairman's office in Rivers State. Let me say 90. He doesn't have a workstation. And I keep telling them at every point in time I go to visit these people, and these are pure leaders. And I said, please, sir, how do you juxtapose your office to the next person's office? Because in Sweden, they invested in social welfare. So what this means is that you graduated from school. Now you take them to vocational centers. We don't have anyone in Rivers State. Take them to vocational centers.
I've been asking that question.
We don't have. I've already done that for a very long time. We don't have. In fact, like I said, I do rehabilitation. I do so many of this for youth.
The social welfare they do to share rice and wrapper.
We don't have. The only time we had a little social welfare worked around Robibo area was when Amechi was CJ. Like I said, I've not benefited anytime. No politician, I don't know him apart from, so. But then I used to know that if they see some people on the road, they can actually put you in the bus, take you to Obibo and rehabilitate you to an extent, because I've done that, I do so many of that. So I take people to Obibo then and say, please, this is 4 or 5 persons, they are drug addicts, I've actually spoken to them to this level, they have agreed to be rehabilitated, please can you take them? And I register them. The principal there, they know me, then I register them and they rehabilitate them, and I visit them. Over time they release them. But the last time I visited that place, I can't remember how that place looks now. So youth engagement is there. Swindy invested in social welfare, and now this is what country I like. New Zealand, they adopted restorative justice practice, allowing offenders and victims to communicate and address the harm caused, which has improved community relationship and reduced recidivism. That is exactly what I told you. When you go to the correctional centers, you see people, when you bring them out and talk to them and try to hear, you see that some of them just one or two mistakes. Sometimes it's what they call it, mass arrest and all that. And these guys are just there for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, dependent of what it is. But then in New Zealand, this is one of the safest countries also. They now brought this, invested in community relation, a place where justice system and community and even the victim will come together and sit without even going to court and begin to do lawyer and all that. Sit down and discuss with these people. You know the people you can put together and put them together, submit it to the chief judge or whomever it is. They will grant them bail and they come back, and not just releasing them, rehabilitate them. 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, there was a guy that was released in Obi Akboria or Modomaya Court or thereabout, and he slept in a church. He was just released that day and he entered the street. He didn't know where to go to. He has nothing. He slept in a church. Somebody brought him to me. I was talking to him. He's from Rivers State, unfortunately, but he couldn't just know what to do. The only way he could find himself was in a church. And I mean, in this kind of time, you can hardly rehabilitate somebody. I have to be sincere. So that you too that is rehabilitated will not enter. So now in England, how do? They enhance their surveillance and intervention strategy that promptly address domestic violence through community outreach and support services. Look at all we are saying here: community outreach, community support, welfare, mental support. These are things that we need in this state. That's why I say most times my mind will skip as if I'm the governor of Rivers State.
That's the thing. The expectations are high.
Because the expectations are high. And if you're looking at it from your own eyeglass, like I keep telling people, I say, don't study with another person's eyeglass. I'm not talking of the physical eyeglass, you know. I'm just talking of wearing your own glasses. If I give you my own, you might not see well. If you give me your own, I might not see well. So when I wear the eyeglass of myself and I look at the governor, my mind will skip, because this is one man that, since I've known about Rivers State and government, this is one man that I will say God has helped. Apart from being a governor and putting him there, the support that the Rivers people have or generated or have for him, I don't know how they loved him like that, you know, but that is his person. So I get scared for myself. This man shouldn't disappoint us, or shouldn't disappoint the state. That I keep praying for him. So now, what are the things laid down for the youths? See, the new caretaker chairman, I think I was able to meet some group that said they were from Mubiakbo for all this land, all this building thing. So I interfaced with them. I said, please go back, tell your guy, let him create industries that will provide him internally generated revenue. He shouldn't sit in the office and come and get revenue from people that are struggling,
that are already impoverished.
So even put a block and you're coming
where will the revenue come from?
You're coming to say you're coming from. I'm not saying that local government shouldn't collect revenue. That's not it. But I can also tell you, the people in the counties and that in US, this local government in US, they hardly. No, they don't even come and look for you. Go and pay, because when you know the benefit that is going to come from the county to you, you need to go and pay. You won't wait. In fact, you will even want to do, because by the time you go to register your property that this is what you want to do, they have a support system. So you cannot miss that support system. As such, you don't need to put anybody on the road to come and do enforcement. People will key to you, key into this is what I want to do, because
Mr. Smith, maybe you should advise them. In the past administration, the past governor has also been a local government chairman. We started having this Obiakpo thing, force when he was local government chairman. True or false?
No, it's true.
Can't they shift away? Because people have had enough when it comes to this tax force. Can't this CTC chairman just move, especially Obiakpo and Falga? Can they move away from this tax force thing, this force something, and move into creating wealth? Like you talked about the other day, you talked about waste
management.
What is the LGA doing?
Mr. Maswell,
waste everywhere, dirty, full everywhere.
And it doesn't need to be. You know,
how much is the machine?
One thing is the machine is not. See, one thing that gets me sometimes, I will just get so worried about something that does not really concern me. Because yesterday I was talking with somebody. He was asking me, how did we even get here? That we have people, individual, that will just come up like this and tell you that they are the one that did this thing. And they just confess that they were the one that did these things years back to yesterday, and nothing happens. The guy was asking me in my office, he said, how did we get here? I said, the only way how we got here is just one thing: the institution has collapsed.
It's gone.
The institution has collapsed. So the process that takes people to the top is no longer functioning. So people now go to the top everywhere
by force.
I gave him an instance. I said, even in the Holy Bible, when Christ said go and invite people, they invited people. When he entered, according to the Holy Bible, they said they found a man that was not wearing clothes or food. He wasn't given the invitation. And they asked him, who invited you? He couldn't say anything because he didn't follow the process. If he had followed the process of invitation, probably he would have seen the color code. That the dressing color code is white. So he will come with white. So he didn't follow. So I was lecturing this guy yesterday. I said, that's this. When the institution has collapsed, the process to getting to the top is not there. So you can just see one human being who just jump and he's on top. And you think that ordinarily, by default, ab initio, when you're on top, it means that you know what you're doing. That's why they call them leaders. Yes. But unfortunately, we have been recycling the same thing. And that is where I get scared. Each time I think about this governor, that's the only place that I get scared. I'm not saying you shouldn't do your politics or nobody. No, but then please look for people. I mean, we have commissioner for power. And I just heard one person said in this your high report that since morning there have been light in his place. I was just laughing. But you go to a country outside this country. In fact, let me leave country. Go to Bonny. Go to Bonny. You stay in that place for months. I don't know. I've not stayed there for years, but every time I've been there.
Mr. Smith, we'll continue next week. We're out of time. If we talk about this problem
this
of
is just to have. Okay, then next week we're going to be talking about other types of crime. But then for me, as I conclude, please, be who anybody, your house, your boss, anything, please do well to see how to empower people, because that's the only way you reduce crime. In our next week, we'll continue with types of crime and how other countries had successfully control their own. And I also beg our governor, please don't disappoint us.
Don't disappoint
because
us, so.
the people that have trusted you, please leave politics sometimes and look at team of technocrats that can actually help you. Because if you disappoint some people in River State, our hearts don't break tire. Anyway, thank you for listening to us. My name remains Ukechi Smidibia. This script will be on the Facebook, so just go to Facebook, search for Ukechi Smidibia, follow up, we'll send it, and you're going to get it, and you can digest it, and also be safe. Do not commit crime.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Yesterday, we started a conversation with Yakubu Ayegbeni. Yes, the same man is going to be talking us through so many things about football, his life, what happened in the Super Eagles of Nigeria, why he did not go to Korea, Japan 2002, and how Chief Adegboyo Nigbede, the coach, dropped him. My name is Godwin Enakena. We will take a break. When we return on the other side, Yakubu Ayegbeni will be joining us.
And I sit there and I did very well from there. From there, then I moved to Israel. I went to Portugal. I was in Portugal for 1 month for Gil Vicente, and the transfer was from Julius Berger. From Okuma, I went to Julius Berger. To cut the story short, I went from Okuma to Julius Berger. From Julius Berger, then I went to Gil Vicente in Portugal. I was there for 1 month. Then the transfer didn't go through. Then I came back and I went to Maccabi Haifa.
In Israel?
Then in Israel.
Yeah.
That's the story from Israel to Portsmouth.
Hmm.
And then the only thing I feel sad sometimes about it, I've played, no sad, I with my career was unbelievable.
Hmm.
And I was so lucky to play for Chelsea. And then the week I was supposed to play for Chelsea, I was supposed to do the transfer. I got injured.
Wow.
And I didn't play for 11 months.
Hmm.
I was in Everton there. That's why I never played for Chelsea. It was so close. The deal should have been done that same night, and I got injured. Achilles, and I didn't play for 11 months. And but to play in the Premier League is one of the big thing, I'm telling you. It's one of the best in the world.
Wow. Now, you just took me back. Goal scoring came to you naturally. And today they say the only Nigerian that has scored the highest number of goals. Am I right? Or yeah, tell me.
Yeah. I scored 95 Premiership goals. And if I didn't get injured, I think I should have scored more than 170 goals in the Premier League. And I always believe I was the best in my position. And that's why many people think I was arrogant. Then, even in the national team, whenever I come to the national team too, I always feel I was the best striker then.
Wow. And I like that confidence that you were the very best. But let's take you back. You won the FA Cup with Portsmouth.
No, I left already. It was Kanu and Otaka.
Oh, Kanu and Otaka.
I left Portsmouth already. We got to the UEFA final against Sevilla, but we lost 4-0 against Sevilla.
Now let's come to Yak. Who gave you the name Yak? Feed the yak and it will score.
I remember when I came to Portsmouth, and Regna was asking, "What's your name?" I was like, Yakubu Ayegbeni. I was like, "What? It's too long." They say Yak. So we'll call you Yak. Then from there, everyone started calling me Yak, and I went to Everton. Then they start to sing it. Feed the yak and never score.
And you didn't disappoint.
I didn't disappoint. Like I said, I think I was For me, it's not. I think I was the best striker.
Wow.
I know so.
You still feeling confident even many years after you retired.
I still believe there's no one like Yak. I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay, a quick one here. The national team, Super Eagles of Nigeria. How did the call-up come? And
the call-up come from,
go ahead.
From Bonfrejo.
This was what year precisely?
Bonfrejo watched me play against Namibia in Lagos. That was my first game against Namibia in Lagos. So when I played, I just moved to Israel. It was in 1999, 2000. Then he called me. He said, "I'm going to invite you for the national team." And he did. And I remember sometimes he will invite me to the national team. 2-3 hours before the game, he would call me on the phone. He called me Yakubi. He said, "Yakubi, today you sit in tribune. You're not playing. I invited you to come and watch. You wait for your time. So when your time comes, you will play. Don't worry." I get pissed off, I was like, why did he invite me here? Then I won't be on the bench. At the end, it was $3,000, At the end, they will contribute money and give to me. I'll go home with $1,500, half of the money.
Wow.
Because they're all big boys then, like they didn't play. This is your money for the game. So they'll give me like $1,500. But when I start to play, I receive the same with the boys. Playing with JJ Okocha, Kanu, Vito Ekpeba, with this Tijani Babangida, Kabalawan, Ike Shiramo, it's unbelievable. Fini the Judge. Those guys, they were the guys I watch on TV. The guys when you see them, you want to play for Nigeria. Daniel Mokachi. When I see those guys playing the national team, I always say to myself, I will play for the national team. I work so hard and I deserve to be there. And it's a country where you want to play for. You want to play for your country. To play for Nigeria is a big pride. You'll be so happy. Your family, you yourself, in your club side, playing for your country. It's unbelievable.
Wow, interesting. So your first game for Nigeria was when? Under Johannes Bonfere?
It was Willie Bazwaye.
Okay.
Because he's under 23. Willie Bazwaye, I think Shaibu was there, I swear. Amadou Shaibu. So then we went to Olympics with Bazwaye, then with Bonfrejo. Olympics 2000, yeah. In Sydney.
Sydney, yeah.
Yeah, in Sydney. Then from then, Bonfrejo started inviting it more and more, So it was good. Wow. Then we qualified for the Korea, Japan, and I was dropped.
Yes, I was going to talk about the Korea, Japan. What happened? Why did they drop you? Did anyone tell you?
When you look back, I don't want to think about it because I think nobody believed we qualified to go to the Korea, Japan. Nobody believed because they thought we were out already. We went to Sudan. I scored 2, and nobody think we'll win there because it was so hot in Sudan. I scored 2, then JJ Okocha 1, then Agawa scored 1. We won the game, then we qualified for Korea, Japan. And we were invited. The coach was sacked. Amadou Shaibu was sacked, and we went to the camp. The camp was in London. It was Coach Unigbide. Yes, I remember. In training, I think I played maybe 5 minutes in training, where a coach is asking you, what position do you play? When the coach is asking you what position do you play, I know already I'm not going to go to the World Cup.
Wow.
For a coach telling you, you've played for the country, you played for your country, score goals, qualify for the World Cup, and the coach is asking you, what position do you play? Then in training, I don't play in training. Sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes, because the camp was like, like Oshodi Market.
How do you mean?
Too many players.
Coming
the
and
camp
going.
was full. Yeah, too many players. Yeah, so they have to give a lot of players a chance to play. So, and for me, sometimes 5 minutes, and asking you what position do you play. So, what can you do?
Did you ask Chief Onigbinde why he wasn't giving you an opportunity to show what you've got?
I don't need to ask him. I think you know what I can give, what I've been given to Nigeria and to club side, and for him to ask you what position do you play. So you know you are not going. You never train. Well, you never train like the others. You play 5 minutes, so you know no chance for you.
Wonderful. How did you take that your drop from the Super Eagles to Korea, Japan? I haven't scored the goals that qualified the team.
And I was for me, I was sad, you know. I was sad when I got dropped from the World Cup. I just did my medical in London. They say in London to Derby County. So I signed for Derby already. I signed for Derby that week, and I was dropped. So I used Derby County as a blessing. You understand? I didn't feel it, but at the end, I end up with no World Cup, no Derby County anymore because I didn't get my working permit.
Oh no!
Because of one game I didn't play.
Wow.
So I didn't get my working permit. So I have to go back to Maccabi. And I was so lucky, and it was a Champions League period. So they have to bring me. I have to fly all the way from London to Tel Aviv to sign the paper. It was the last day for the registration of the Champions League. So they have to register me. Then I have to stay 2 days. I have to went to Bulgaria to meet the team. Then we played. Then we qualified for the Champions League. From the Champions League, I started scoring goals. You understand? That's where Postman came for me.
But if you take a look at what happened at the World Cup, it's not a World Cup to remember.
It's like a blessing. It's like a blessing to me because I didn't go to the World Cup. I played in the Champions League, scoring goals. Everyone all over the world know me already, know the Yak. Signed for Portsmouth. 6 months later, playing the Premier League. So it's like a blessing. Get promoted from Championship to Premier League.
Wow. Tomorrow we bring you one more edition of Global Sports Update with the Yak himself. We didn't plan it to be like this, but it was an interview we couldn't stop. My name is Godwin Enakna. Many thanks for being part of it. Let's keep closing. God bless Nigeria.
You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Hey, better don't land though. That thing where we don't find tete for Sokoto. Don't land bowa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry wonge herbal remedy. Enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. You dey good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. You go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. Dey kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder root wey go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to dey take am, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take am finish, you go see the fire dey go. Because you don't correct your system, set am fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion dey for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take am again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, na for real men.
Greetings to you, wonderful people of River State. Thank you for joining us on this health enlightenment, sponsored by Baba Champion Herbs. Baba Champion day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. You can call Baba Champion on 081-6920-2525. 081-6920-2525. Let's hear from the Chief Consultant of Baba Champion Herbs.
Thank you so much, dear listener, for being with us. I am the Chief Consultant of Champion Herbs International. Today, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Please, could you break it down so everybody can understand this?
Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough for intercourse. Having erection trouble from time to time is not necessarily an issue for concern, but when it happens frequently, it becomes a problem. It can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. This problem of getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of an underlying health condition that needs treatment. Male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. Stress and mental health concerns can cause or worsen erectile dysfunction. Common causes include alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders. If you don't sleep well, it can affect your performance. Tobacco use, too much sugar in the body, obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin level, body fat around the waist, among others.
Does it come with symptoms?
The symptoms include trouble getting an erection or keeping an erection, reduced sexual desire. You find yourself as a man, you don't have urge at all. When you experience other sexual problems such as premature ejaculation, other ailments such as diabetes, heart disease might also be linked to erectile dysfunction.
Any advice to our listeners?
I advise any man with any of these symptoms to quickly visit an expert. Even if it gets you embarrassed talking to an expert, never mind that. Most times, treating an underlying condition is enough to reverse erectile dysfunction. In other cases, medication or direct treatment helps a lot. So, when you see yourself in this situation, visit an expert. Don't feel ashamed to talk to an expert. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081-6920-2525.
Thank you very much.
Hey, better don't land though. That thing where we don't find tete for Sokoto. Don't land bowa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry wonge herbal remedy enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. You dey good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. You go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. Dey kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder root wey go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take am, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take am finish, you go still the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set am fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take am again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real men.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, and entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
All right, this song right here by Oriental Brothers is titled Ochichi Nigeria. That is Igbo for rulership. I think Ochichi should be rulership in Nigeria or something like that. Well, given the tension, yeah, I think the song is appropriate. And then a lot of things have happened today, which of course we're going to talk about after this Desperados ad. And we'll pretty much have a lot of things on the table to consider. But united by hunger, is it that somehow the country has managed to maintain a united front in this situation? Because apparently everybody in every part of the country seems to be plagued by hunger. We'll have that conversation in a bit. It's the Thrill, guys. Good evening to you, and welcome from anywhere that you went to. Let's enjoy this ad from Desperados, and then I'll take you through the conversation for the night. The Thrill will be right back. I'm your gracious host, and my name is Amaka.
Such a unique style.
Let's go! Welcome to What's Popping.
What's popping? Brand new whip, just hopping.
With Desperados. What's poppin' with Desperados?
Yes, are you ready to turn up? Because I'm definitely ready. Welcome to What's Poppin' with Desperados.
What's poppin'? Just like, ooh, what's poppin'?
The hottest radio show around. We're bringing you non-stop party vibes, sizzling beats, juicy gossip, and thrilling conversations that will keep you glued to your seat. So, get ready and buckle up for the wildest ride in entertainment. Who's ready to get this party started? Because I am, and let's go.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer.
Calling all social media addicts and pop culture enthusiasts, you've just turned to the hottest show right here on the planet. What's popping with Desperados? And we're dishing out the juiciest celeb gossip, the trendiest pop culture updates, and lifestyle tips hotter than a habanero margarita. Just like a Desperados, refreshingly informative with a twist of wild fun. So buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to dive deep into the pop culture pool, and it's finna be lit. Today, we've got a treasure trove of pop culture goodies to unpack. So hold on tight and get ready for the ride. Time for a quick break. Grab yourself a bottle of Desperados, the beer that dares to mix the boldness of lager with a playful hint of tequila. Savor that unique flavor and don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more thrilling updates before you know it.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Poppin' 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Poppin' 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Yes, Desperado fam, it's time to get lit like you already know. Oh, boy, we're about to ignite your day with the Poppin' 7, the hottest tracks that will set your playlist on fire. Brought to you by the one and only Desperados. We're talking bangers so lit, so fire, you'll want to dance like Davey danced. You know what I'm talking about? And honestly, we're not judging. We're all about a vibe. So kicking off this epic party like you already know are the silky smooth vibes of Stubborn by Victoni featuring Ashake. I love this video, honestly, so crank it up, turn up your speakers. Things are about to get spicy. We've got the perfect pick-me-up for you. Victoni's brand new single, Stubborn featuring Ashake, is an infectious, upbeat track that is guaranteed to put a smile on your face and get you moving as well, like you already know. This dynamic duo brings their A-game, blending their voices in the perfect harmony to create a truly stunning sound that will have you hit and repeat without getting tired.
Ain't nobody call me a dollar again, no I dollar we feel perfect. When I do it my dollar, when I do it my dollar, when I don't get sick up, see I put it for my cup. Don't need so many things you done, so many things you done. Me I don't need fight since when I never thought it should see this
TML Vibes, Maria featuring Last Mid. Get ready to turn up the heat with the latest banger from TML Vibes featuring Ghanaian sensation Last Mid. Maria is such an amazing record, ultimate stunner, and it's a summer vibe. Maria is a masterclass in musical chemistry, with TML Vibes and Last Mid combining forces to create vigorous sound that's impossible to resist. The instrumental is infectious, and Lamin's verse is the perfect icing on the cake. Don't sleep on this one. Maria is a must listen to. Copy it now and experience the magic for yourself.
If you need this somebody, just my baby. Oh baby, me I did for you, my for you, I'm jolly. On body amazing, she did me side door, now she did door. Bad man no fiki for Maria, she get the stamina, oh shit, look she show me now.
Brown Joy's Ogechi remix is a game changer. I mean, this record is literally everywhere on TikTok, featuring the one and only Davido alongside Boy P and Ice. And this Nigerian team brings the heat, creating an unforgettable musical experience that will keep you dancing all day long. Davido's signature style adds a unique flavor to the record, solidifying his title as the baddest in the game. And with fast-rising producer Dowie at the helm, the production is top-notch, blending traditional African rhythms and the modern instrumentation for a sound sound that is truly unstoppable. Brown Joel is on the rise, and for good reason. His talent is crafting catchy, vibrant, and relatable music, and is winning over fans left and right.
Pretty in your love is all I do for the living. I tempted to touch your foreign booty. If I kill him all, still love like that.
Share You Vibes with Albert Einstein. This record is a must-have on your playlist. Share You Vibes is back to wow its fans with his signature sweet melodies and captivating sounds. The talented artist has consistently pushed the boundaries of Afrobeat, and Albert Einstein is no exception. With its infectious rhythm and memorable hooks, this track is sure to leave you wanting more. As the newest addition to Shea Vibe's impressive discography, Albert Einstein solidifies his position as one of Nigeria's most talented artists. It's proven time and time again that he's got the versatility and talent to create music that resonates with the audience worldwide. Yo, Nigeria, we're keeping the vibe going on Poppin' 7, and we're hyped to have Desperados as our sponsor. This pioneering tequila-flavored beer is breaking the rules and pushing boundaries with its bold, refreshing taste and spicy kick. Desperados is all about embracing your individuality and living life on your terms. We love it. Let's raise a bottle to Desperados, the beer that is made to be different. Go, Desperados, go!
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. The Poppin' 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Poppin' 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
K-Style, My Dealer featuring Omale is such a jam. Dealer is taking over the airwaves and stealing hearts. This dynamic duo has created a sound that is both refreshing and memorable, blending their unique styles and energy in perfect harmony. The catchy beat and impressive vocals have fans and critics raving, and the thought-provoking lyrics are resonating with listeners everywhere. Following the success of K-Style's Asylum project with Lyric, Dealer is proof that the singer is definitely on the roll.
Oh my dealer, oh my dealer, yeah. Oh my dealer, yeah. For this bad economy, and it's funny when they try to corner me. I tell her say I don't go fit to let them bother me. She tell me say I up, she gon' need apology. Apology for what? This unjust. I bet now if you're tired you can leave, of course. She tell me say I'm jealous, she gon' need my trust. Someone tell her that we fell off, I don't need your love.
Rema with Macham. Macham is everything and more, and this is what you've been waiting for. Yeah, I know that. I can read your mind. Following the success of his recent hit Beneath Boys featuring Charlie Poppy, Rema is keeping the momentum, he's got his foot on the pedal, and he's not stopping. This song is the must-have on your playlist. So fire, it's an absolute scorcher. Macham by Rema. TML Vibes, Where I'm From, featuring Shea Vibes. TML Vibes has teamed up with the talented Shea Vibes to bring you Where I'm From, a track that's guaranteed to get you moving and grooving. This dynamic duo has blended their unique styles and sounds to create a masterpiece that is sure to impress fans of both artists. With its infectious beats and catchy melody, Where I'm From is the perfect addition to your popping songs on your playlist.
Would you give me format? Make a new format. The other guy now in format. This thing don't get common. Somebody say I've been through that. Right now you know.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer.
Still what's popping with Desperados, and up next is The Least, where we're dishing out all the sizzling details on young Nigerian favorite celebs in style, fashion, fitness, travel, and pop culture. But first, meet Desperados, the bold, daring, and refreshingly different beer that's got everyone talking. With a zesty lemon and spicy kick, it's the perfect companion for a pop culture party. So grab a Desperados, get comfy, and dive into the hottest celebrity gossip on what's popping. Cheers to Desperado.
The List. Scoop about your favorite. This is where it's at. The List.
Yo, my party people, you know I come through with the gist, and welcome back to The List. We've got the tea and it's sizzling hot. Afrobeat sensation Victony is shutting down the haters, and we're here for it. He was responding to claims that his debut album Stubborn wasn't commercially successful because he didn't have enough haters to make it a trend on social media. Victony's response, dumbest stuff I've ever seen, is calling out those with high expectations, saying there's no rush to be on Rema and Ashake's level of stardom. And honestly, we love his confidence. On his X handle, Victony wrote, LMAO, Victony needs more haters. Gotta be the dumbest stuff I've seen. What's the rush? Everybody wants to be Rema and Ashake in 2 hours. We're living for Victony's sass and unapologetic attitude. Stay tuned for more juicy gossip and entertainment news on The Least.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course.
A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Does anyone know where the plug is?
Where is popping?
Looking for something.
Places and events for you. Where's popping?
The Still What's Popping proudly brought to you by Desperados, and you're welcome to Where's Popping. If you want to party like me, you know the vibes. I get to give you location, I get to give you the spot. Welcome back to Where's Popping, and today I'm taking you to the ultimate destination for a late night out in Port Harcourt, Marley and Blue Cafe. You heard me. Located at number 116A Woodview Road, GRA, this lounge is the spot for grand relaxation, exciting nightlife, and unforgettable moments. Enjoy your Desperados beer with friends, let loose, and get ready to be submerged into the magic. Marley and Blue Cafe is perfect for after-dinner entertainment and late-night revelry. The A-list lounge is where the city's elite come to dance, feast, mingle, and network. And with private event capacity and booming bars, party lovers, this is paradise. Their welcoming space and topping facilities take the stress out of partying. So, what are you waiting for? Head to Marley and Blue Cafe and experience the ultimate nightlife thrill.
What's poppin'? Just like, ooh, what's poppin'?
Down to wrap, folks. It's been a blast having you join the party on What's Popping with Desperados. As we always say, do you like beer? Check. Do you like tequila? Check. Then you're ready to join the Desperados tribe, fam. This tequila flavored beer is the perfect combo of spicy, lemon, and sweet. And it's available at retail stores nationwide. So grab a few, gather your squad, and let's get the fiesta started. Until next time, stay poppin', stay jiggy, and keep it Desperados. Goodbye and have an amazing evening.
Thank you for checking in with us on What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Serious! Serious! See, those states, they actually give us. See, they go hide down. See, those states, they go hide down. Our rights. So, see, government.
Some of the protesters who found the rice given as palliatives by the government in Edo State right there. Well, various reactions have trailed the first day of the End Bad Governance protests in the country. Protesters in different parts of the country, aside the southeast, took to the streets to protest against hunger and economic hardship. So this was supposed to be a nationwide protest, yeah? But from the pictures, the videos, circulating the media, some states happen to be missing in action, and then surprisingly the northern states did take to the streets to protest against bad governance in Nigeria. For a while now, this came as a shock to some people because there's the narrative that the North does not exactly participate in protests. An example would be the NSAS protest of October 2020. It didn't, for a lot of Nigerians, their opinions were that the North was not exactly affected by the police brutality, and so because they were not exactly experiencing it, they had no reason to take to the streets to protest, to like the rest of the country. Well, the hashtag United by Hunger has also been floating social media, because it does look like, okay, so everybody has finally agreed on this one, because everybody is spending a really high amount on transportation, the cost of fuel, the cost of foodstuff, and pretty much a lot of things being expensive. And so this does not look like it's one-sided or it's been experienced by just one part of the country alone. Well, some developments, however, are shocking. The action of Christians guarding Muslims while they pray in Jos. So now that picture was circulating on social media, and for a lot of people, it came as a surprise, because it doesn't feel like Christians and Muslims have unity going on. But this so today the pictures were circulating, and then people were asking a lot of questions. For some people, they called it a welcome development. So there's like the whole okay, so something finally is making Nigerians put aside their religious differences, coming together to have one voice, because there is a general problem. And so this problem would have to be talked about by the entire population. And then there's the looting of shops in certain areas of Kano State. And netizens have also been reacting to that one, because the plan was to have a peaceful protest, right? So when do we draw the line between peaceful protest and protest gone wrong? For some people, looting of shops, well, the response so far has been that the hunger in the north is a whole lot. But then, can we say the north is the worst hit with the hunger situation? Are they the worst hit? Are you surprised that northerners are protesting too? Would it be the first time we're seeing, things like this happen in the north? So far, the situation, the reports that we've been getting from most of the states, peaceful reports, but the north does not exactly have the same peaceful disposition, because we've been seeing videos, pictures of lootings, and we've had the armed forces, try to step in to calm the situation. But let's talk on the 309th. Do you think the North is the worst hit with the hunger situation in the country? And are you surprised that Northerners are protesting too? I'm sure you got to see pictures. I'm sure you got to see videos. You got information from the different states in the North where protesters took to the streets to protest against bad governance in Nigeria. And I think we got videos from Kano State, Jigawa, Yobe, Zamfara, Gombe, so it does feel like a lot of the northern states did have protesters on the street. So are you surprised that they took to the streets to protest? And then protest day one, reportedly peaceful in certain areas of the country so far. Would you advise that Nigerians maintain the peaceful tempo? So day one, done and dusted, right? I want to believe that day one is done and dusted. You should be home. If you did go out for the protest today, you should be home by now. So day one, done and dusted, reportedly peaceful so far, at least in certain areas in the country. So would you advise Nigerians maintain the peaceful tempo for the remaining days? It's supposed to be from August 1 to August 10. Do you think, looking at what happens today, do you think the protest should indeed get to the 10th day? Do you think it's something that Nigerians can sustain? Do you think so? With the turnout today, or the turnout is going to be, even bigger tomorrow and the next? Do you think Nigerians can maintain the tempo for the entire duration, the planned duration of the protests? So 1 day gone, 9 days more to go. Let me get your thoughts on this one. So hit me up via 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. Let's talk. Okay. Hello. Good evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yeah, what's your name?
I am Gift calling from Ogoni.
All right, welcome, Gift.
It's not that our youth are misbehaving against this protest. I would have said the protest we will assist something.
You just said what?
You can't protest and go to government house. That means you have no mind. For anything for this can do to you, you have already spoiled it. What you carry in mind and come. You always spoiled it. I remember this the politician that time is their enemy. As we are doing this protest, you know that is the enemy for now. And you receive it. You want to do anything from them? No, you already spoiled the business. You already spoiled the movement.
Okay, what I'm saying, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Yeah? You're saying the youth did what? They collected something?
Yeah.
Oh, your line is breaking. Maybe try calling again. Yeah, I'm trying to make out what you're saying and I'm struggling. So try calling again. Yeah, so hopefully the reception is better. 0701-9339-962. 0701-9339-962 for messages, WhatsApp messages and text messages. Hello. Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Hello,
Yes,
good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Rumigbo.
Welcome, Chinedu.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I am particularly elated. I am happy that for the very first time the people of the Southeast have spoken with one voice. It's evident in the fact that the most peaceful, and in short, the entire Southeast was so calm today. And it shows that the Southeast have decided to shun the hunger protest. And
because we asked to sit at home, yeah?
Sorry?
Because they were asked to sit at home.
Maybe because they were. I don't really think it was because they were asked to sit at home, because I don't think the people of the Southeast so much believe in their political leaders. I know there was a political leader who asked them not to come out today and to sit at home and all of that. But if you look at the antecedents of the people of the Southeast, they don't really have that so much trust in their political leaders. But what I took away from today's from the actions of the people of the Southeast today is that they want the rest of Nigeria to know that it's like they now understand what is going on, and that they wouldn't be part of whatever that is going to be happening during this period. Okay. So I think it's a good one for the Southeast, and I just pray that the protest that went on in the North, because we saw some violent videos of things that happened in the North. I just pray that politicians and leaders would do the needful.
All right.
And ensure that we salvage the country. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Okay, let me get your thoughts on this one. Protest Day 1, reportedly peaceful, at least in some parts of the country. So would you advise that Nigerians maintain the peaceful tempo? Okay, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to you, name and location.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Chris. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right.
I can stand for my people and for myself, the people of Southeast, and the reason why I need to avoid Nigerian politics and the protests. You know what happened during NSAS? Nigeria accused people from Southeast that they are the mastermind of the NSAS. They are the ones that loot and destroy police station, Bibo, and so we have now realized our mistake. Anything concerning protest, like myself, my name, no good for Nigerian government demand. So I have to respect myself. I call my people to stay indoors. Don't even come out.
Okay.
Don't even try it. When you go to your uncle, maybe as you go back to your house, something lost. Are you going there again? You will be careful with that your uncle. So nobody should blame the Southeast people, blame Nigerian government for what they have been accusing. So today, they loot something, is it the Southeast people loot them? Now we want to give them so that they will see the picture of what is going on, if it's the true.
All right.
Southeast people, the people that are doing it. I congratulate my Igbo brothers and Southeast people. Stay calm.
All right, thank you.
Stay quiet so that they should do their thing.
All right, hello.
Good
evening to you. What's your name?
I'm Alexander, calling from Adelaide.
All right.
In Ghana State, most of the shops looted. If you search very well, you will find out that the owners of those shops are Southeastern. Most of our people doing business over there. Then talking about the events of today, I think the Southeast, they have learned a lot. Previously, if they participate in anything that concerns Nigeria as a just a protest, it will be tagged as IPOB agitation, and they will be shot at. So at the end of the day, they have resolved that sitting at home is the best tool of protesting. And at the end of the day, it is paying off. Let other tribes in Nigeria protest. We will protest in beer parlors and bars. That is where we protest. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. All right, beer parlors and bars indeed. Okay, let me get your thoughts. And then I'll take your messages shortly too. Let me know what you think. Protest Day 1. Would you advise that Nigerians maintain the peaceful tempo? And then it felt like the Southeast was missing in action. What do you have to say about that? Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I'm distinguished comrade Erasmus Oluwaseun.
All right, welcome.
It is a very unfair situation, like people are celebrating that the Southeast
did not come out to protest. Why is their choice, sure? But this protest is a national protest. So nobody should try to step aside.
Okay.
We are protesting peacefully. It's not a violent protest. That's why aside just like Kanu and Kaduna, we shall get an update. It's not like in the total Kaduna that is happening. It's just in Kaduna city.
All right.
That is happening.
Thank you.
Let's not escalate the situation like it's everywhere in the north.
All right, thank you. Okay, so messages here. Gerald Emeka says Southeast is protesting as well. North is what's hit with the hunger and hardship. Christians guarding Muslims while they pray is a nice one. Let's come out and mass tomorrow and dance go 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 for them during the protest because don't fear any security agency. They will join the protest as well. Okay, so if you want to go and dance go 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 go. All right, well done. What everybody Mutu Oyegbade says what everybody in Nigeria supports. I want everybody in Nigeria to support the protest to protect Nigerians. People are suffering. All right, that one. Oh, sorry, lost this one here. Hello. Turn down the volume if you're
My dear sister, good morning. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location.
God bless you. This is Chijoke calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, welcome.
I think what happened today is a clear signal to the federal, to the government, both federal, state, and local government, that they are coming to rule the people, to serve the people, not to be served. Imagine a country like this cannot even boast of having functional refinery. People are dying of in the name of oil subsidy. They remove oil subsidy, bring the price of fuel to the high mountain. That will be buying fuel 900 or 950. This is what trigger off the whole things.
Right.
And we are suffering the needs of plenty. And government did not deem it fit to say, okay, these people, look at the level of suffering, unemployment rate, inflation, everything. Including even the people that protest is of different dimensions. Some people that stay at home, of course, welcome that because there are people are not devising it. When you come out to protest, you will be shot, which is not supposed to be so. So you want us, just want to catch us. If you want to express our this, you say no. So continue to be singing praises while we are dying in silence, which is not supposed to be so. They're just supposed to be the giant of Africa, but I don't know how we come about with this name. Look at the level of importation of refined products from abroad, including Malta here, that got independent in 1964. A country that's up to 1 million. Nigeria is importing 12 from there. For what God bless us. Electricity, no way. No way. What is the problem with Nigerian leaders?
All right.
They wake up for all of them. They wake up. That this one is just a tip on the fire. They should wake up. This one is not a politics.
Thank you. All right, this one says, I'm not so surprised that the northern part of Nigeria did engage in the protest too. This is simply because the president is not from the north, coupled with the hunger. I welcome the good harmony between Muslims and Christians. In your report, I pray for such love to go around the country. From Austin Hansen in Digima. Okay, this one says, Amaka, my era was peaceful. Nothing happened. People were just minding their business. I'm happy for those who rejected that small thing from Governor Sim for water and bread. Man shall not live by bread alone. We are not embarking on this protest for bread and water. We want a holistic change of the economy. Shikina, simply goodness from Olakahia. Well, maybe the governor was just being nice to you guys. All right, hello.
Hello.
Hi, good evening to you. Name and location.
Good evening, Chief Beke from Ajip State.
All right, welcome, Chief Beke.
The Southeast is missing in action. Yes, a welcome development because, if they had involved themselves in this demonstration, their businesses would have been targeted. But in Lagos, to recall back in 1966, what happened was a political demonstration like this.
All right.
People were against the government, and in the process, Western people, the Lagos people, started targeting Igbo businesses, quitting their businesses.
So the South is missing in action. It's a welcome development.
Okay, yes, it's a welcome development.
All right, thank you so much. Elder Jerry says, let them keep it civil and peaceful. I saw some protesters in other parts of the country with sticks and clubs. Let them not bear anything that would anger the security agencies. Register your grievances peacefully without destruction of any kind. Chinda Tochi says, only one decision from Mr. President will resolve this issue. Price of fuel, and call his people, calling Nigerians faceless protesters to order. Sell presidential yacht and scrap. Okay, all right, that one. Benjamin says the federal government should listen to them. All right, thank you guys so much for your messages and of course your calls. That's our time. A commercial comes up next time right here to bring you the news at 10 p.m. Don't touch the dial. It's Today 95.1 FM and I bring a gracious host. My name is Amaka.
Alright, all you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique dial.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support the country healthcare system. Quatli man, correct holistic ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Food ground, as every Christmas, a big boundary. Seeking a self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become ubaruba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio, Dr. Botumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart, resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot, because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge, because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired, and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time. It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free. Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and provide solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right, you've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Gokoroko, for herbal medicine when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Quantly man, correct bekelistic ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow like a big basket. Full ground as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International go use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Obarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946.